93.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
You can find anything at Target. You can get towels, toiletry, groceries. You can find sad, dejected boyfriends following around their girlfriends on a Sunday afternoon.
Just defeated.
Hungover, wishing a Mack truck would drive through the wall and run them over and just end their misery. But enough about my experiences at Target. You can also find a date at Target if you know how to look, and that's exactly what happened to today's second dater, Amanda, who is on the phone. Hey, Amanda, how are you?
Hey guys, I'm good.
What's up? So, how does one find a date at Target?
Actually, I wasn't expecting anything. I was in the cleaning supply section, and this guy just kind of came up to me, and he kind of used like, "Oh, what kind of cleaning products do you use?" kind of line.
That always gets me going.
Yeah.
I know, man.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Ooh, you throw some Simple Green on me.
Uh-oh.
Hello. So you guys bonded over cleaning supplies.
Pretty much. I mean, he came up to me and was asking me what kind of cleaning products do I use for my kitchen.
How?
And that was it,
I
huh?
was like, okay, this is a pickup line, but I'll go with it because he was cute.
Oh, so it was obvious that he was just trying to make conversation.
I think so. I mean,
Okay.
who comes to the cleaning section and starts asking people what kind of products they use?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he had a real dilemma. Generic brand name.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I didn't know if maybe the two of you just thought it was so sexy to be talking about cleaning supplies that you had to go out.
How quickly did he move from cleaning supplies to let's go out on a date? Because that's got to be somewhat of an awkward transition.
No, I mean, we were talking for about maybe like 10, 15 minutes. And he's like, hey, do you want to grab some coffee? Which then coffee led into drinks. And I was like, yeah, it was actually, he was pretty smooth about it. I wasn't really awkward at all.
You get hit on a lot when you're out? Is this a normal thing for you, or is it?
I mean, sometimes I get catcalled, but, I don't get picked up at like Target or stores while I'm shopping.
So this was a new experience for you. If I were shopping at Target and somebody just came up and started hitting on me, I think it was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So what did you guys do on your date?
We went to this cafe, and we were going to have coffee, but then we both got hungry after we were chatting for a while. So we ended up going to a restaurant, having dinner. So it ended up being like a long, nice evening.
Wow.
Which is usually a great sign if things just keep continuing. What was the best part of it for you?
I just think we were laughing a lot. We had a lot in common. We both love outdoor sports, and everything went well till the end of the date, which was just awkward.
Until the end of the date.
Oh, man.
We spent like 4 or 5 hours together, which is a really long date. Had great conversation. We're laughing, and then in the end, I kind of thought he would go in for the kiss, and instead, he stuck his hand out and shook my hand.
Oh,
That's
He handshook you?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
A guy handshaking a girl is very unusual.
Awkward.
How did that whole thing, explain to me how that happened? Because there are those times where you'll go to hug someone, but then you think they might want to shake, so you kind of do like a half shake and then half hug, and it's all messed up. But was it like that, or he literally was making an effort to handshake you and not hug you?
I almost stepped in for a hug, and he immediately took his hand out, so I kind of pulled back, and then I stuck my hand out and shook his hand. But this is what's weird. He saw me at Target, so I know he's not gay.
Yeah.
He picked me up. He asked me out. So he knows what I look like. It's not like we were online dating. He had no idea. So I just don't know what went wrong at the end of the day.
Well, after the handshake, did you guys make any plans to go out again, or did you drop hints at least?
He said, yeah, I'll call you. Let's go for a hike. And I was like, okay, sounds great.
So he even suggested the activity of going for a hike after handshake.
Right.
Weird.
Were you giving him weird signals, like maybe you weren't being very obvious that you were interested in him?
Well, no, I didn't pick up on any weird signs, and I didn't give him any bad signs. So I didn't feel that I did anything wrong, or I may have led him in the wrong direction. I just am confused.
Okay, so nothing weird happened on your date. Everything was perfectly normal, like you said. You guys were laughing, hanging out, and then at the end of it, you try to go in for a hug, and he just sticks out his hand and shakes your hand. And
Shook it, yeah.
Don't write him off because of that, Amanda. He could have been nervous. He could not kiss on the first date.
I know, but at least give me a hug.
I know, but you found a guy that cleans. Don't give up on it.
yeah, the sexiest thing ever.
Well, I have given up on hope. I mean, it's been 2 weeks since he called me, and the last thing I remember is a handshake, so...
Okay, so that was going to be my next question. It's been 2 weeks since you went out with this guy.
Yeah.
And you haven't heard a single word after your handshake.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything.
All right, well, we'll play a song, come back, call him, get him on the phone, and get your second date update, okay?
Thank you.
Hang on.
Baby, I'm playing on you tonight. Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
You know, Amanda, I don't want you to feel bad that your date ended in a handshake. Because, I don't know if you know this, but in a lot of cultures, a handshake is even more intimate than sex. Okay, I don't know exactly what cultures that exist in, but
Devout religious ones?
I just made it up right now and it sounded good to me. So don't feel bad that the guy you want us to call today ended your date by shaking your hand and not giving you a hug or a kiss.
Okay.
If you're just tuning into the second date update, Amanda wants us to call this guy named Danny. They met at Target. He hit on her. They went out, had a good time. She can't think of anything that went wrong on the date, but it did end with him giving her a handshake. Did it seem like he didn't want to touch you, or did it seem like a handshake was just normal for him to do?
I feel like he didn't want to touch me.
You feel like he didn't
Yeah.
want to touch you. Okay.
But he offered the hiking after that. That's what the mixed messages have to be so confusing for you.
Yeah, it is. I just think maybe he had a personal issue that I don't know about, and I'm trying not to get personal.
Maybe he's like a germaphobe. He
That's
could
true.
be. You met him in the cleaning section at Target. That's a legit, that's actually a good theory. I just surprised myself with that. That might actually work. All right, well, I'm going to dial the phone number right now, see if we can get him on the phone, and hopefully find out what went wrong on your date and why he's not calling you back, okay? All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hey, I was looking for Danny.
Yeah, this is Danny.
Danny, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Good.
I'm calling you today because you recently went out on a date with one of our listeners, and they gave us your phone number and asked us to call you.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Her name is Amanda. She emailed us and told us about how you picked her up at a Target. She thought that was a really cute move, by the way, and told us a little bit about your date, said that she really liked you, but I guess it's been like 2 weeks now, and you're not returning her phone calls.
Uh-huh.
Would you mind maybe giving us some insight into why it's been 2 weeks and you haven't called Amanda back?
I guess I just can't see myself being in a relationship with her, and that's kind of what I'm looking for.
Is it because of something she did on the date, something she said?
I mean, I didn't get to know her really well, but she was kind of gross on our date.
How
was
is she
gross.
How is she gross?
Just her manners, I'm not sure really like how she was raised, and it was kind of shocking to me.
Wow, I'm very curious now, Danny. Yeah. Because according to her, your date was perfectly normal. She didn't do anything weird. The thing that she did say was strange about your date was how you shook her hand at the end. Is that why you shook her hand? Because you thought she was gross?
Yeah, I needed an exit.
Can you give me one specific thing?
Yeah.
Was she sloppy when she was eating her food? She not put her napkin on her lap? What specifically made you think that she's nasty?
Well, it was going fine, and like halfway through the meal, she grabbed my hand and she leaned over into my ear and whispered, "I'll be back in a few minutes.
Okay.
I have to honk out a dirt snake."
No, she did not say that on the first date. Are you
You're
kidding
lying.
me?
You're lying about that, Danny.
That could not be real.
I swear to God.
And she
What was that
whispered
term again? What was that term again?
Oh, man. She said I have to honk out a dirt snake.
Was she being funny, or was like this a
That's
legit?
what I thought. I thought she was making a joke, and I just said, "Are you serious?" She just said, "No, really, I have to go download a brown load. I'll be back in a few minutes."
Stop
She had to have been joking then.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Come on, man. Like
I don't know one girl that would do that
way.
seriously.
she had to have been. She had to have been joking with you, Danny.
She was not. She left. She was gone for a few minutes. I mean, at the time, I couldn't eat. I lost my appetite. That's how serious she was being.
What did she say when she got back to the table? Like, she had to have had a smile or been laughing.
Yeah, she had a smile, and she patted her belly, and she said, "It looks like someone dropped the kids off at the pool."
With it.
She's so good.
Oh my gosh. Was your face red?
I didn't know what to say, and she just jumped right back into her meal. And after a few minutes, she noticed, and she thought I didn't like it. She asked me if I didn't like the food, and I said I just pretended I was feeling sick.
I would have been so grossed out. Like, I've been with my girlfriend like a year and a half now, and I don't even know that she does that still.
Oh my God.
And I don't ever plan on knowing that she does that. So, all right, Danny, I can understand why that would be a turnoff for you.
Yeah, that's why I shook her hand. I needed to get out of there.
All right. Danny, thank you very much for being honest. I'm sorry you had to endure that date.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, I'm sorry too, I guess. Is that all that you guys needed today, or?
Yeah, that's just about everything. I'll let her know. Actually, why don't you let her know what the problem was on the date? Because she's actually listening and on the other line right now.
Oh.
Amanda, did you actually say those things, or is he over-exaggerating?
Yeah, I said those things.
You did?
Amanda!
What? Why?
Women do go to the bathroom, and I like to joke around a lot, and I said it in a joking manner, and I was going to be honest with him, you know?
Okay, so the lines that you used, those were jokes, but you really did have to do what you said you were doing?
Yes.
There's truth in every joke, Jubal.
But I don't know why you're being such a stickler about it. I mean, don't you go to the bathroom?
Yes, I do, but I don't tell people like that. I mean, you could have just said, I'm going to go to the restroom, or powder your nose, or whatever.
Yeah, say that.
But it wasn't a joke. I had to
Amanda!
Dude, I
You
give it
don't-
up to you, girl.
Amanda, you don't care at all, huh?
I mean, honestly, would you rather me at the table be like, hey, I got to go
No, I don't think that's what Danny's saying.
No, you could have said, I have to go to the bathroom. To say it that way is if, like, I'm your brother and we're hanging out, you know.
Oh.
Well, I'm just descriptive. I'm a joking kind of person, and I'm descriptive, and so I have fun.
I will say, I wish I had a little bit more Amanda in me, because I haven't even talked about poop with my husband and we've been married.
Everyone, guys, be open-minded. Everybody does it. It's a part of our human biological, systems. Like, we all go to the bathroom.
Yeah, but we stopped talking like that when we turned 14.
Amanda, you're telling me no other guy you've dated before has had a problem with this?
No, my last boyfriend, he used to come out of the bathroom and we'd high-five.
Are you serious?
I bet we're going to get a ton of people on the text board who want to go out with you for this reason alone,
Probably.
Amanda. I mean, you're blunt and you're open.
Yeah, I'm honest, guys.
Yeah, I guess you're honest. It's a first date. I mean, when you go out on a first date, you're supposed to, be a little more careful with what you say.
But shouldn't you know me for me? Why should I be hiding things?
Danny, you were attracted to her at one point. Couldn't you see the humor in it?
I mean, she whispered in my ear, dirt snake.
All right, good point.
Yeah.
Well, Danny, I would love to ask if you'll go on a second date with Amanda. We will pay for it.
I guess I can see where she's coming from, and it's great that she's so comfortable with herself, but I honestly can't stop thinking about dirt snake.
Okay, so, Amanda,
Listen, that's just me being who I am, and if he's not comfortable with it, then we're just not compatible.
Amanda, I really enjoyed meeting you, kind of, and, good luck.
Oh.
all right, no second date, Amanda. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm not sorry, guys. I'm not.
Yeah.
And you know what? Thank you for letting us all today learn a new phrase in the second date update.
Seriously.
Download a brown load will now be in my vernacular permanently.
Right,
Thank
and
you.
you guys will laugh about it later on.
Yes, we will, Amanda. Man, today's second date update has opened up the floodgates on our text message board at 78592. Texts in like this one. My wife sat on my lap and farted on me on our first date. It was love at first fart. We've been together for 6 years. We crap in front of each other all the time. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning. I'm moving 92.5. Why are we getting texts like that? Well, because this girl named Amanda wanted to call this dude named Danny and find out why he wasn't calling her back after their date. She couldn't think of any reason why he wouldn't. Everything went great, except at the end of the night, he gave her a handshake. We called Danny, got him on the phone. Turns out that Amanda is very open with her bodily functions and even uses creative verbiage when telling you that she has to go to the bathroom. Things like on a first date, mind you, leaning over to the table going, "Hey, I'll be back. I got to go download a Brownlow." Just joking around with the guy about taking a number 2, and most people are not comfortable with that. I am one of those people.
gosh.
I've been with my girlfriend about a year and a half now. Don't even know that she does it.
She doesn't. Don't worry, Jubal, she doesn't.
Never know that.
I remember
don't even really like knowing when my friends are going to do it. I just go ahead and take care of that business
There's
yourself.
a lot of people
One
on
of
the
my-
text board that are cool with it, though, that they say they would go
God.
out
No,
with
that's
her.
so many people.
Yeah.
Like, where is she? I'm ready for this girl to be my wife at 78592.
You guys realize she might talk about her time of the month with the same
Yeah, but she's
freedom.
funny.
Are you excited
She's
for that?
Funny.
It's
She's got
funny.
a sense of humor, and
Is that a
some
sense of
people
humor?
like that. Yeah, absolutely.
It's
I
funny,
can't do
like
it,
the
but
first
good for
couple
her.
times, but imagine being on her 5 years from now. You've been dating for 5 years, okay? After 5 years, nobody's attracted to each other anyway. And then you have to sit there and listen to her continue to make these jokes. You're just like, okay, it's got to stop at some point. Another text in at 78592. This chick is amazing. She's funny, open, hot enough to pick up. This guy is a total tool. Another one that
I see it.
I bet she's as dirty in bed as her dirty mouth.
I
All
don't
right,
think
but
you want
listen.
that kind of dirty.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's a different kind of dirty.
It might be bad. But everybody texting in at 78592, there's not a lot of people that are ripping her for being so open about having to take a
This
Tuesday
is the
in the middle of her date.
second date that I've ever been scarred. Like, I will never, ever
Oh,
forget the
come on.
term
It's definitely
snake.
not the first one I've been scarred, but yeah, that's
So funny.
I still wish I was more like her. I mean, the first time I farted in front of my husband was one of the most embarrassing moments.
you
of my
told
life.
us
you
you
know
like
why?
eat on the toilet and
Yeah.
keep the door open and talk to
Yeah,
each
but
other.
that's only with peeing, Lydia. Peeing is not gross.
But you still keep the door open and have chats with
You're
each other.
still
fine.
sitting on the toilet eating food talking to your husband, no matter what you're
So
doing.
don't worry, you're like her.
Yeah, you're pretty. You're fine.
Yeah.
You're exactly like this girl. Actually, you're probably
Closed.
worse.
Stay more closed, actually. That'd be more open.
you just wait. That is love right there, is what that is.
I don't know. I never want to be in love with him, that's for sure.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
They say in life, always leave somebody wanting more, especially in dating. You know, like sometimes you leave them wanting more by not even showing up to the date.
Yeah, I don't think that's what they
And then you're mysterious. Kind of like what happened to Caitlin, right? Caitlin, you got stood up, apparently. That's what your email says.
Yeah, I did.
All right, first of all, tell us a little bit about where you met this guy.
Well, I tried online dating, and I'm very new to it. I haven't done it before, but friends talked me into it, and I went on a few dates, gave it a try, nothing special. But then online I met Brett, this guy Brett.
And you
didn't
sound-
say where you met him. What website was it?
Can I say?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, Cupid.
Okay, so not like the best dating website out there.
Yeah.
It's like OkCupid and Plenty of Fish are basically
Yeah.
probably the worst places you can meet a dude. So you met this guy on OkCupid. How long did you chat before you decided to meet up?
We were talking for a while, for like a week and a half before we decided to meet up. And I got really excited about him. Even before we planned to meet up, he was really funny. He made me laugh. He was a good conversationalist. And I know it's online. Like, I know that doesn't mean he's going to be great in person.
Yeah, it doesn't even mean he's going to be a he in person.
I was just surprised to, like, I was surprised to be enjoying talking with someone that much. So I was really excited to meet him.
So what were you supposed to do? Just go to dinner?
We were going to dinner,
Okay.
and I got there on time, and he wasn't there yet, and I waited, and he still wasn't there, and I waited some more, and he still wasn't there, and I
Oh
waited.
my gosh, that's so
How long-
awkward, dude.
How long did you wait for him?
Finally, it was like 25 minutes later.
So you're just sitting at the table, just ordering drinks for yourself? Like, were you making excuses to the wait staff? Like, hey, I promise I got somebody coming to join me.
No, I sat at the bar and waited for him.
Oh, that's
All
a
right.
smart move.
Yeah.
And you were
So-
probably checking your phone over and over again. Did you try to call him?
I didn't call. It was 25 minutes, so it's like I was getting really mad, but that could be traffic. Like there could be an excuse for 25 minutes, but yeah, I was like trying to hold back on calling. I was just trying to stay calm because I didn't want when he walked in for me to be all mad that he was late. I didn't want to start that way. So I figured he would have an excuse, but he didn't walk in. He just texted.
And what did his text say?
He said, it's not going to work out. So sorry.
He said it's not going to work out, not like, hey.
It's not going to work out. So sorry.
So basically, the whole thing between you guys wasn't going to work out, or just the date for the evening wasn't going to work out? Like, hey.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's what he said. And I was like, oh, what's wrong? Like, is everything okay? And he said, it's long. He just said long story.
Oh, my God. I would have responded, what the is your problem, dude?
Well, I said, it's fine. Do you want to reschedule? And he just stopped responding.
So that's the last thing you heard from him was he said it's not going to work out, and then you asked if something was wrong, and he said long story, and that's it?
That's it.
And, I mean, you don't sound angry, and you wanted to reschedule with him. I would be furious.
I was. Honestly, I am, and I was, but I was still trying to, like, give him the benefit of the doubt. Like, maybe something happened, like an emergency or a car accident or something. And so I actually went, when we were talking online before, he had mentioned that he lived in a nice apartment in Belltown. He has a doorman.
Okay.
And so I actually went over to Belltown, and there's, not that many places with doormen, so I just kind of walked around and was talking with the doorman, and nobody knew him, and,
Wait a second.
No.
So you went, hang on one second, Caitlin.
Now you're
all right.
sketchy.
Yeah, now, we've been ripping on this dude, but after he did this, you actually went to try to track down his place by talking to doorman?
Yeah, but...
Caitlin, do you realize that sounds a little bit crazy?
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure he was okay.
No.
Now, on your profile, are you honest in your profile? Are all the pictures 100% you?
Yeah.
There's so there's no way he could have walked in and been like, this is not the girl that I set up a date
I mean,
with.
I'm a cute girl. I don't think
You're not using that high school photo from 10 years ago.
No, I promise. It's exactly what it looked like.
All right,
Everything's real.
We're going to call him for a second date update. I'm going to do you a favor, Caitlin, when we get him on the phone. I'm not going to tell him that you tried to stalk him.
Let's keep that between
and
us.
talk to every doorman. I'm not going to tell him that because if I tell him that, he will not go on a second date with you. Do you want to see him again, or do you want to just find out what happened?
I want to know if I should be pissed or not.
Okay, but if you're not pissed, you'd like to go out with him again?
Well, if he's got a good reason, I guess, yeah.
And how long ago was this?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. Okay.
I thought she was going to be like last night.
I know. It just happened. I'm actually standing outside of his place right now. Right. Like I said, I'm going to leave that out. But, Caitlin, we're going to play a song, come back, call him, and get your second date update, okay?
Okay.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just joining us for the second date update, Caitlin is on the phone. She wants us to call a guy named Brett today. Caitlin actually met Brett online, showed up to where they were supposed to meet. He never met her there. All she got was a text 25 minutes into waiting for him that said it's not going to work out. When she asked why, it just said, long story. I'm personally very excited to see if we can get Brett on the phone. You know why, Caitlin? Because I think I figured it out.
Really?
I do.
Oh, Nancy Drew over here.
Yeah, last thing he texted you, he said, it's not going to work out, long story, and then he hasn't responded to you. What I think, and you can tell me if you think that I'm wrong, what I think is you almost had a date with a superhero.
Oh, you think he's Superman?
He had like an emergency to save the world, and that's why he didn't show up, and he's been out fighting crime ever since and just hadn't a chance to get back to you. What do you think?
Well, I kind of thought maybe he was murdered, and that was like his text wall.
Hey, sometimes superheroes, hey, there are supervillains out there too. Maybe he lost the fight. That's amazing that you almost had a date with Superman. Isn't that cool?
No.
All right, Caitlin, I'm going to dial the phone number, see if we can get him on the phone and get your second date update. Now, like you said earlier, you just want to know why he would do that to you, why he wouldn't show up and then blow you off and not even give you an explanation. If he's cool, you still want me to ask for a second date, though, right?
I mean, he's got to be really cool and have a really good explanation.
So he's got a lot of work to do, but if you end up liking his excuse, you will go out with him again.
Maybe.
Okay. Well, I'm going to dial the phone number right now and see if we can get him on the phone and get your second date update, okay?
Okay.
Hi, is Brett there?
He's not here at the moment.
Who am I speaking with?
This is his roommate.
Okay.
Who is this?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right, not bad. So, what's your name, roommate?
My name is Paul.
Paul. All right, Paul. So, are you answering Brett's phone?
No, this is my phone.
Okay.
What?
I'm calling because Brett. That's your roommate?
Yeah, sort of, yes.
Is it like a roommate air quotes?
Here, look. Okay, Brett recently went out with a girl who listens to our show, and then he blew her off, and she gave me this phone number to call to get a hold of Brett. So,
Okay.
this is not Brett's phone?
This is not Brett's phone. No, this is my phone. But
Okay, why would
Brett, he does give out my phone number every now and then.
Brett gives out your phone number?
Yeah, I mean, oh my God, this is hilarious.
Can you explain to me what the hell is going on?
Yeah, so I don't want to say his real name because I guess this is on the radio, but Brett came up with this plan, which is actually kind of a genius. But Brett is not a real person.
What?
What?
My roommate just goes on these dating sites, and what he does is he has a profile. He's got his picture. He's charming. He's got a good job. Whatever. And apparently, girls really love the name Brett.
Oh.
So he sets up dates with, 2 or 3 girls at the same location. And when he gets to that location and the girls are there, he looks in and then picks the one he actually wants to go out with, and it goes from there.
Are you kidding
What?
me?
Shut up.
And then the other girls have my phone number, or they call him or text him or something.
So you guys work together on this?
Yeah, sort of. I mean, I'll take phone calls for Brett, or I'll text for Brett,
You sound like this is just a normal phone call for you. Do a lot of people call you and ask for Brett?
Yeah, I get a couple of phone calls. They are usually from girls, so what threw me at first was you don't sound like a girl.
I feel like one.
So when a girl is sitting by herself, stood up at a bar, and texting about where you are, you're the one that's actually texting them and saying that, oh, something came up.
Yeah, sometimes, unless he chooses the girl that has my number, and then it's a whole other thing. But
you
yeah,
guys-
usually I'm the one texting.
Well, that is
a very elaborate scheme.
Yeah. And what do you get out of it? I mean, at least he's going on the dates. Why are you doing this for him?
I'm bored, so that's bored.
Oh my God.
That is
Why
so
are you?
messed
You
up.
sound like it sounds so much like you don't care
Not
at
at
all.
all.
Like you're just like at least be like nervous and trying to cover it up. It sounds like you don't care one bit.
I mean, I don't really care. I mean, I think it's funny. Like, we sit at home and
All right.
talk to girls.
Dude.
Well, the reason I was calling Brett was because Brett did that to somebody, and I guess you texted her back. Her name is Caitlin. I don't know if you remember Caitlin. I'm sure this
Caitlin, that sounds familiar.
sounds familiar. All right.
One of the many.
Hey, Caitlin is actually on the phone with us
I'm
because
so disgusted. This is
she was hoping
you're
to
disgusting.
talk to Brett.
How the did you guys do this to me? It's so
I mean, I don't know who you
so
are. I didn't
offensive.
do anything, but like, I just texted you that it was. I guess it was like not going to work out or something. I don't know what I said, but
I don't even understand how you can be friends with this guy or help him. This is horrible. Do you
I've known
realize?
for a long time.
Do you realize
girls
what you do
are
to women?
girls are crazy. Like, this is like just a fun thing we're doing.
You're calling girls crazy?
You guys are putting so much effort into just with women. I don't understand. Like, you're just as big of a douchebag as this guy is. You're just as big of an ass.
Hey, look, I mean, like, he was talking to you online. Like, maybe you don't look like your picture online. Maybe you
I
lied to
do
him
look like my
about
picture. I
something.
look exactly like my picture. Maybe he doesn't look like his picture. That's what you said. He's full of and you're helping him.
Oh, God.
I mean, that's one of my best friends. I don't
He
know
told me
if
he
you
lives
would
in
like what you're
Belltown
saying
with a
about it.
doorman. It sounds like you guys live on some disgusting hole of an apartment and just like stay women together. What the hell is that? It's so disgusting.
Brett, do you even remember Caitlin?
I mean, I remember that name in my phone, but I mean, again, it was like 3 texts. It was like, it's not going to work out. Can't
I
talk right
texted a
now.
lot more than that, and he didn't respond or you didn't respond, so you.
Wait.
See what I'm saying about girls, man? I mean, they're all
Yeah.
like this.
Hey, dude, you're right, man. Hey, you know what? You bait and switch girls, you fool them, and then they want to get angry about it, you know? I'm completely with you, whatever your name is. All right, well.
So
here's what
I
I'll
had no
say,
idea it was
Caitlin.
be something that ridiculous. This is the most pathetic, disgusting
Yeah.
story I've ever heard.
Hey, Caitlin, like, I know that was my roommate, and that's a totally different thing, but if you want to go out sometime, you got my number. Like,
Oh,
let's do
my
it.
God.
Paul.
You did not.
Absolutely not.
He's got balls.
Yeah.
Never in your wildest dreams would I go out with you, you pathetic piece of
Yeah.
Are you sure? I mean, it sounds like a sweetheart.
I mean, we can text. I got your number now, Caitlin.
God.
Let's talk
That is so
about it.
gross, dude.
All right, hey,
So disgusting.
Paul or Brett or whatever your name is. Man, thanks for being honest, at least.
Yeah.
I mean,
No problem, man. Honesty is the best policy, right?
No.
yeah, dude.
You're right. You're a moral, upstanding citizen, my friend.
Try to be honest with the women from now on, buddy.
Yeah, I'll be sure to do all that.
All right.
Oh my gosh. that's
Thanks,
so
Brett.
gross.
Or thanks, Paul. Or I don't even know what his
I know,
name
it's-
is
What's his
anymore.
face?
Who cares? It doesn't matter.
He's gone. Caitlin,
I'm so pissed off. That was ridiculous.
understandably.
That's
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I
then-
think that might be the biggest D-bag we have ever talked to. Not even in a second date update, just on the show in general.
But thank God, Caitlin, that you weren't the one that he actually chose and you never found out about all this.
I know. I'm never online dating again. They've ruined it for me.
You know what, Caitlin? I don't feel like this second date update is done. I'm going to make it my mission to get this guy's real number, whoever Brett is, and so we can do another second date update for you. Do you want to do that?
No.
No? Well, but maybe he has a good excuse, and then you guys could go out like we were talking about earlier.
Not in a million years.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
We taped that second date update
my
yesterday,
gosh.
and we were at an event last night, and I was telling everybody there when they were like, hey, I love the second date updates. I was like, you have to listen to tomorrow's second date update, the biggest D-bag ever. A lot of texts in at 78592. Nobody really giving the guy credit. No surprise there, right?
Yeah.
They said, that is Brett. I don't believe him. A lot of people think that that is actually Brett, the guy that's been
that he's-
fooling girls or
okay.
making a bunch of girls show up to a bar and then picking which one looks the hottest and then blowing off the others.
I believed his roommate story. I mean, it was
Really?
so elaborate that
He's-
why would you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it seemed like there was way too much to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another text in at 78592. What a bunch of D-bags. It's a-holes like that ruin dating for good guys. It is true. Listen, I don't subscribe to a bro code, right? I don't know, whatever, man. All
Yeah.
right? But I do have one thing that I subscribe to that is my bro code, all right? It's don't like screw over chicks. Don't cheat on your girlfriend and don't just because you know what? You might think about it. I know you
Don't
guys
do all the things
well, no,
that
no,
I've done
I
in my
have-
past
Yes,
relationship.
I've
wanna
done
hear
it in
it.
the past, and that's why I'm saying don't do it
He's
because I
involved,
know how
okay.
it is, right? So you do that to a girl, right? You might not care about the chick, whatever, okay? That's you. But eventually, she's going to meet some dude that cares about her a lot, and she's going to have to baggage in that relationship,
Amen.
and it's going to make life hell for that guy.
Oh, yeah.
So that's the bro code. Pay it forward.
It's true.
All right?
forward.
Pay it
Treat
forward.
people with respect.
Yeah,
That is
so
such
that
a
you can
good
pay it
lesson.
forward to the other dudes.
I like it.
Yeah, that's my bro code. If you want a second date update, all you have to do is just email the show, brookandjubal at moving925.com. We will call the person that didn't call you back.
Move it 92.5 presents
Freak Night.
I must be getting my clothes dry cleaned at the wrong place. 'Cause I've never seen an attractive dry cleaner worker. It's usually like old dudes who smell like smoke still.
No, we have old ladies at ours.
Yeah.
They look like
Yeah.
smoke.
And Henry's on the phone right now. He actually met the girl that he wants to call today. She was working at the dry cleaner. I guess I didn't ask. Is she an old dude who smells like smoke?
No, she's not.
Okay.
Good.
Cool. All right. Just wondering.
Shocking.
I mean, you do what you want. I just want to get the right picture in my mind. But he met Tara at the dry cleaner. He actually dared her to meet up with him wearing somebody else's clothes from the dry cleaner. He paid her $100. He bet her $100 she wouldn't do it. She did it. They had a fun date. They even kissed at the end of the night, but now she's not responding to any of his text messages. So we're going to see if we can find out why. You ready to go?
Yeah, let's do it. I want to figure this out.
And you're worried that, I mean, the stunt that you guys pulled could have gotten her fired.
Yeah, or like, maybe now she's like wants more money from me or something.
She's like, next time we go, I'll wear something else for $250.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to call her right now, see if we can figure it out. Okay, you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, is this Tara?
Yeah.
I'm calling you today because we got an email about you from somebody who listens to our show.
Okay.
His name is Henry.
Henry?
Yeah.
You remember him?
Yeah, why did he talk to you about me? I'm sorry, I'm really confused.
Well, we do a segment on our show called The Second Date. That's where if you go out on a date with someone and then you don't want to see him again, they can email us to get you on the phone and find out what happened. And Henry told us about your date. He told us how you dared you $100 to put on some dress from somebody else from the dry cleaner and meet up with him. And you did it, and he thought everything went well, but now you're not getting back to him, and he's confused.
Okay, so he just told you all of this without checking in with me if he could just share this personal information?
I suppose he would have checked in with you if you were answering him, but unfortunately you're not. So yeah, he did tell us that, though.
Did he tell you, like, the name of where I work and all of my personal information?
No,
All we
no.
know is you're Tara and that you're at a dry cleaner.
Yeah, that's it.
And it sounded like a fun night. Like, it sounded like, I don't know, a funny way to meet somebody and go out on a date.
I mean, I think he's a really good guy, but now, like, you can't just tell someone on a public radio or whatever that I'm stealing from my work. That's like a really shitty thing to do to someone.
Right. Well, you're anonymous, though. We don't know anything about you other than your name.
Okay.
And the fact that you wore a dress that wasn't yours on a date. That's it.
And if you think of it this way, if you've never heard of our radio show, I'm guessing nobody at your work has also heard of us. So you're probably in the clear.
Okay, well, I hope so. I mean, I don't know.
Oh, you're fine.
Can you tell us a little bit about your date? Did you have fun?
The date was really good. I had a good time. What else do you need to know?
I mean, just basically, why don't you want to see him again?
I mean, I just think looking back on that night, I'm really grateful for that experience. It was really fun, but it kind of changed everything for me.
Changed everything?
Everything? That's a bold statement.
I know.
What do you mean by that?
Well, one, I wasn't even going to do it, but then something in me was like, no one will notice. Just take the dress.
Oh, you're talking
Okay.
about the bet about whether or not you'd wear the dress. You weren't going to do it at first.
Yeah, he told you about that, right?
Oh, I got it. Now you're a kleptomaniac. You're stealing all kinds of things.
No, I really never do stuff like that. Then I put it on, and then when I was looking in the mirror, I was like, oh, damn, I look good. And like, I never.
That's awesome.
I really don't try at my appearance so much. I mean, I take showers and like I shave my legs, but it's not like anything over the top.
Right. It's just not a priority for you.
No, but then after I put that dress on, it just totally changed the game for me. And I was like, suddenly people that I never would have like hit on, or they wouldn't hit on me, like they were just like noticing me. And after the day, I actually wore it more. And when I was out with just friends, people were just like asking me out left and right. And yeah.
So the dress that you took from the dry cleaner, you actually like it a lot.
No, I love it, and I'm never giving it back.
Oh my God.
I feel like it has this magic power, and all of these guys that I would think were way out of my league, wouldn't even dream or fantasize about kissing, are suddenly like, I'm trying to get them off of me.
Oh my God. I want to know what this dress looks like.
I want to wear the dress.
It has a good cut.
Are you in the dress right now while we're on the phone with you?
No, but it's very close by.
Okay.
Oh my God. So you just want to go out and date. You don't want to be tied down to one person.
Yeah, I mean, kind of. I've never really done this before of like just dating a lot of people and like.
Plus, you can't date somebody for a long time because they're going to know you only got one dress. So.
But I'm meeting people that are so much more attractive than like Henry or anyone that I've ever been on one date with.
Okay, that's what it is then.
That was honest.
Because of that dress you've been dating up.
I feel bad for saying it, but yeah.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Well, I feel bad for not saying this earlier, but Henry's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Ouch.
What? Are you serious?
Yeah.
He heard that.
Wait,
Henry?
no.
Henry?
You all right, buddy?
Yeah. I'm here.
Ouch.
How you feeling right now?
Tara, are you serious? Are you making this up?
I mean, no, but I'm sorry. I didn't know you were on the phone. I'm just kind of being honest right now.
Are they really better looking than me? Really?
Oh.
I find that pretty hard to believe, okay? I'm a very good-looking guy. I have clean suits that I wear.
Oh.
I know. I clean them.
She's not saying that you're ugly, Henry, at all. She didn't say that.
No.
She's saying that she's upgraded from ugly to good-looking.
Yeah, she did say that.
That's not exactly what she said.
I did not say that. I did not say that.
Well, what did you say then? Because that's sure what it sounded like.
I was just saying that there's people that don't usually notice me, and they're noticing me now, and
And they're better looking than Henry. You said those exact words.
I didn't mean to sound harsh.
Tara, it is not your fault. Henry, you're the one that called, and you knew that the truth could be a little harsh.
And you're the one that told her to wear that dress.
Exactly. If anything, Tara should be thanking you.
Honestly, thank you. It's really, it really has changed my life, and I really appreciate it. I'm sorry I didn't intend for it to happen this way.
Stop, please. Okay, I cannot believe the dress I picked out turned out to be a magic dress.
Well, Henry, you said earlier that you know how to pick dresses, and apparently you do, man.
Yeah, okay, well,
You don't need to be dating. You need to be a stylist.
honestly, a little. You kind of owe me, to be honest.
Oh, my God.
What do you mean I owe you? I don't understand.
I mean, because I gave you $100 and you were able to change your life.
Well, I mean, yes, before meeting you, I was $100 less than what I am now. But honestly, the dress, it's changed me, and I really feel like I'm a new person now, and I do have you to thank for that.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying, okay? You know, you're Cinderella, and I was into you when you still lived with all your ugly stepsisters. I'm the guy you stay with in the movie. I'm the good guy, okay?
All right. Well, Tara, would you like to go out with Henry on a second date? We'll pay for it.
I've got a better idea, actually. As you know, I work at a dry cleaner,
Uh-huh.
and there's actually the suit that just came in the other day, and it's so nice. I mean, like all the other suits on the rack are jealous of it.
Uh-huh.
So I was thinking maybe that suit could do for you what you did for me with telling me to wear that dress, and wearing that suit could make other people start to notice you more.
Wait, what?
So are you asking him out on a date if he wears the suit? I'm confused.
Yeah.
Definitely not. I'm not really interested in that, but I will steal this suit for him so that I can pay him back.
Oh, my God.
Okay. Henry,
God.
what do you think about that? No date, but she'll steal a suit for you.
If you're not going to go on a date with me, fine. I'll take a free suit.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow. All right, well,
Oh my God.
I think this kind of
legal.
worked out. Like,
Yeah.
you didn't get a date out of it, but
Free clothes.
you got some new clothes, man. That's not bad.
You know, dating's freaking weird these days, guy. I'll take what I can get.
All right, well, now you get to date a new suit. That's awesome.
Hey, congrats.
Yeah.
You're going to look so good in this suit, Henry. Trust me. You're going to get like 6s and 7s.
Wow.
Hear that, Henry?
Sixes
6s and 7s headed your way.
Wow.
I'll take it.
A dude named Henry is on the phone for a second date today, and in his email he said he paid $100 for a date. So
What?
I don't think that's technically called a date,
No.
Henry.
Illegal?
Also,
I think, yeah.
I've paid a lot less, so I think you're kind of getting swindled. Maybe I should introduce you to some people.
Oh, my God.
How you doing, Henry?
That's not really a fair assessment of what happened, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, that's. I
Right,
feel like that's what people who are guilty always say.
It was actually smooth.
I don't want to know any of those details.
Good
Just,
thing it wasn't bumpy.
yeah. First of all, what's your date's name?
Her name's Tara.
Tara. Okay. And where did you meet Tara?
So I met Tara at my dry cleaning place.
Okay.
But there wasn't like an ad for her or anything, right?
She wasn't standing outside at a seedy strip mall where your dry cleaner is, and you're like, "Hey, I'll pay you $100 to go out with me."
No, that's not what happened. So basically, she's the girl at the counter.
Oh, okay.
Oh, she works there.
Okay.
She's super pretty. She's always smiling and nice when I go in there, and I go in there a pretty good amount.
Okay.
Your shirts just keep getting more dirty and more dirty.
Every day.
Yeah, God, I gotta go in there again.
Yeah, it's crazy. Every single day I spill something.
Yeah,
Yeah, weird.
wild.
Okay, so you've seen her a bunch, and what made you finally got the nerve to ask her out?
So I was looking for an opportunity, but you know it doesn't always pop up. But
Yeah.
basically, a lady brought in 6 dresses while I was in there.
Yeah.
And, the lady left, and I turned to Tara, and I said, I'll give you $50 to wear one of those dresses out with me.
What?
Oh.
That's a weird ask.
Yeah, but it's a little bit baller, right?
It's like a proposition.
yeah. But then it's also strange to be like, that's the dress I want you in.
Right, and it's also, I'm sure, breaking company policy. I mean, I hope they're not wearing other people's clothes randomly.
Breaking company policy is kind of the whole point, It's like a little dare. Oh. Then she gets to go out with me.
Yeah, I dare you to wear a stranger's dirty clothes and come on a date with me.
I think she'd clean them first before she wore it out.
Did she take you up on it?
Yeah, well, so then she was like, no way. There's no way you're going to do that. And I was like, $100.
Oh.
Okay.
Wow.
That's where the $100 comes in. So she actually decided to do it for $100?
Yeah, she said, okay.
Everyone has a price.
Okay.
Yeah. $100 was Tara's price.
Wow.
How was the date? Did she actually show up in somebody else's clothing?
She actually did, and it was hilarious.
Oh, my God.
That's funny.
I hope it was actually a good-looking dress that fit her and not some, oversized 65-year-olds.
Or super tight.
Right.
She looked good. I know how to pick them. I know how to pick dresses.
Oh, that's weird.
That's
Okay, not
creepy.
people. I don't know how to pick people, but dresses. 10 out of 10.
I know how to pick dresses, but, I got to give her props, okay? Because it's pretty ballsy to actually do that, to actually take me up on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so how was the actual date with her, though?
So we went to a bar, and classic date,
Yeah.
and honestly, it was great.
Good.
Okay. What was a highlight?
First of all, she's funny.
Okay.
She was kind of ripping on the bartender a little bit, and it was fun. And, she's actually into sports, which is not something you're always finding on dates, and I like sports.
Totally.
Anything really special about it or notable?
She did keep talking about marriage.
Whoa. Like how she wanted to get married or just marriage in general?
Well, she just said, that marriage was really important to her and that she wants kids.
Were you freaked out by that?
To be honest, I was not.
Hey, that's a good thing then.
Well, and it's important to talk about it. Not necessarily always on the first date, but this is my end goal in life. Yeah. So if you're not into it, let's not waste our time.
Yeah, exactly. And just because, I paid for this date doesn't mean I'm not taking it seriously.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You did pay for it.
Did you actually give her $100? Did you pay up?
I actually gave her a $100 bill right when she got there. And I was surprised she didn't run off, to be honest.
That's awesome.
Yeah, deal's done.
That's awesome.
Well, how did the date end? Did you guys kiss? For $100, I would hope so, yeah. It's not on the lips.
You're making me seem so much creepier than I am.
I'm good at that.
It's
one of my
funny
special
story.
skills. But did you guys kiss at the end?
We did.
Okay.
And report, what was it like?
It wasn't super over the top, the most romantic thing in the world, but it was 5-10 seconds. Nice.
That's a nice kiss.
Okay.
First date.
Okay.
And did you make plans to see each other again?
Yeah, we were gonna text each other and figure out another time.
Okay.
Oh.
And she's not texting you back now?
We were texting, we were going back and forth, and she was changing the time a lot. And now she's not really responding. I'm kind of worried about the dress part of it.
What?
That she got in trouble or something.
Oh, yeah, because she wasn't supposed to be doing that. Maybe you got her fired.
She got caught.
I'm worried that her boss fired her or something.
Okay.
But you haven't been back into the dry cleaner where she works.
No, I'm terrified.
Okay.
All right. We'll play a song and then come back and call her and get your second date, okay?
All right, cool.
Okay, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
We've been doing these second date updates for quite a while now, and it never ceases to amaze me how many people actually get ditched on their first date.
I agree. It's shocking.
Yeah, it really is weird. We get a lot of emails from people who are like, yeah, they just left in the middle of the date.
Yeah.
Strange for me because nobody's ever not wanted to finish a date with me.
Oh, my God.
Let alone a second and third date. I mean, I've never had a problem at all.
I
So
bet you haven't.
it's all kind of foreign to me, but whatever. It's not about me right now. It's about Robert, who is on the phone for a second date update. He's confused because his date ditched him on their first date.
What?
What's up, Robert?
Hey, how's it going?
Hi, Robert. That's got to be the worst feeling.
Yeah, very confusing.
Let's talk about the girl you want to call first. What's her name?
Melissa.
Melissa. And where did you meet her?
We met off Tinder, actually.
Okay.
Okay, so it's not as shocking that she ditched you in the middle because you just never know what you're going to get with Tinder, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's Tinder, but when we actually had the date, it went really well. We had a great time.
It sounds like it went great.
So good she ran.
Yeah, maybe it was too much fun.
Yeah, I mean, it was a lot of fun up to the point where I couldn't find her.
Yeah.
What'd you guys do?
Well, I thought it'd be a really great idea that we go to like one of those family activity centers, the mini golf and batting cages.
That's always nice because especially when you don't know someone, there's at least the common ground of you're doing an activity together.
Did you win her a prize?
No, we didn't make it to the arcade.
That's probably why she left.
That's it. Because what girl doesn't want to go home with a 4-foot-tall giraffe?
See? Brooke knows. So what'd you guys do there? Was it all fun, or were there awkward moments where you think it might have caused her to leave?
It was all fun. I mean, we started off with mini golf because I thought that was like a good way to bring in the conversation, and then batting cages. We had a great time with that.
Nice. You impress her with how hard you can hit a ball.
She was actually the one with the athlete, so she could actually hit the ball further than I could.
Okay.
Oh, really? Okay, maybe that's why she left. She's like, dude, I can't be with this guy.
This guy
Can't even hit a baseball.
God, you do understand women, don't you, Jubal?
Yep.
I hope that wasn't the case, but she eventually ditched me. So
Could be then.
I'm dying to know how she ditched you at a family fun center.
Yeah.
all right, well, think of the perfect place, and I'll tell you if you're right or not.
Bathroom?
No, laser tag.
How did you guess that?
Wait, did I really guess it?
Is that it?
Is that
I guessed it,
is that
right?
really actually it?
Yeah, laser tag. Yeah,
Oh, nice.
I should ditch more people. I'm good at this.
yeah, we played laser tag, and we were on the same team, and we were right next to each other the whole time. She was doing great, and we would kind of go on these little side missions and stuff like that. And eventually, I got tagged out, and I had to go back to a recharge center, and then I kind of lost track of her.
Yeah.
And then the game was over. The kids won.
Of course.
The kids always win in those
So
things.
good.
And so, I go out there to turn in our equipment, and she's not out there. And I'm like, well, she must not know the game's over. So I go back in, and I couldn't find her. And so I go back out, and I asked the attendant. He didn't know what was going on.
God, you left your fallen comrade on the battlefield.
No, she left me behind.
Yeah.
I was the fallen one.
Did you look around the whole place for her?
Yeah, I looked everywhere, and then I texted her, and no response. I didn't get anything from her. And so I called her, and it went straight to voicemail.
Huh.
Eventually, I had to just leave, and I was really confused.
Yeah.
I thought, we were going to continue the night, and I just, I didn't know what to do.
Weird.
I just picture you wandering through the family fun center like, where's Melissa? Has anybody seen a Melissa?
It was probably the sorriest sight there.
Most people thought Melissa was probably a 6-year-old,
Yeah.
but it turns out she was a grown adult that had gone missing.
You lost your date at the family fun center.
Man.
Yeah.
That is so weird. And you haven't heard anything from her at all.
Not a peep, nothing.
Weird.
Have you tried to call her again?
I tried to call her a day later, and then I started to kind of catch on that it was she's just obviously ignoring me. But I'm so confused. I want to know at what point she decided to just ditch me, and what went wrong, what I could do, what I did. I'm so confused.
It sounds like it. I would be confused too, because from what you've told us, everything sounded like a normal date.
Is anyone else worried about the safety of this woman?
Yeah,
she was taken away by a gang of children or something. That just seems so weird to just disappear in the middle of a game.
Yeah, I mean, I thought about it for a long time, and like you said, if you're going to ditch someone at a family fun center, it's going to be at laser tag. So she must have been planning it for a long time.
You know what I think might have happened, Robert?
What?
And this actually happened to a friend of mine during a laser tag type thing. She may have gotten sucked into the game.
What?
They made a movie about it and everything.
No.
Yeah, about Tron.
No.
Or was that was just a movie?
So then I have to go in there and save her.
It's not a documentary.
You have to go. Oh, no, it's not a documentary?
No.
Oh, never mind then. That's a made-up movie. That wouldn't be able to happen. All right. Well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, okay?
Awesome.
All right, man. Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
I don't know how many nights I've woken up in a cold sweat from the tragedy that I've seen on the laser battlefield. Can happen any moment. Just be walking down the street and see a stoplight change too fast, and it brings me right back to that place. Jim! Jim, turn around! At 12 o'clock, there's a sugared up 7-year-old right behind you, Jim! No! No, why couldn't Jim just turn around? No! Why couldn't he just listen to me? It's all my fault! I'm sorry, Jim. And on the phone today is another comrade that has lost a loved one in the laser battle zone. I'm talking about Robert. Oh, no. Robert, I'm sorry to get too real on you there, man.
No, that's the story of my life, man.
But
Yeah, he's having flashbacks right now.
don't worry, we'll see if we can track down the person who you lost playing laser battle. If you're just joining us, Robert is on the phone, and he wants to call a girl named Melissa. She actually ditched him on their first date. They went to one of those family fun center type of places. They were playing laser tag, and then when they were done playing, she was gone. And he hasn't been able to get a hold of her. So we're going to try to get her on the phone and see if we can find out why she ditched him. You ready?
I'm not sure you guys are going to reach her. She's not answering my calls. I called a bunch.
Yeah. Okay, well, we'll give it a shot and see if she picks up our phone, okay? Here we go, man. I'm going to dial her phone number right now.
Hello?
Hey, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. I was looking for Melissa.
Wait, what? Who is this?
My name is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show. Is this Melissa?
Yeah,
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good.
What can I help you with?
Well, I'm actually calling you today because one of our listeners sent us an email hoping that we could track you down.
What?
Yeah. We do a segment on our show. It's called the Second Date Update. So we got an email from a guy who went on a date with you. His name is Robert.
Robert?
Yes, Robert. He said that you ditched him in the middle of it, and he's been trying to get a hold of you.
Come on.
Do you have a minute to tell us what happened and why you would leave Robert in the middle of your first date?
Oh, do I have to?
Yes,
I'd appreciate
I
it.
mean, you ditched a guy in the middle of your first date. You at least owe him that. That is so rude.
Wait a second. You obviously do not know the story. I did not do anything wrong.
Whoa.
Okay. He swears that your date was amazing, and there was no reason that you should have left him there.
Yeah, okay, it was fun until it wasn't fun anymore.
Okay, that's usually how
happens
they
a
go.
lot.
Yeah.
So take us through the date then. When did it not become fun?
Oh, so we were playing laser tag.
Okay.
I'm assuming you know about this.
Yeah, we know that you left him in the middle of laser tag.
Oh, it's not exactly how it happened.
Can you tell us how it happened from your side of the story?
Yeah, fine, I guess. Fine. We were playing laser tag, and it was fun. And Rob got super competitive. He was, like, charging these 8-year-olds down.
As one should when they're playing laser tag. I mean, you're in it to win it, right?
Right, I guess that's kind of the point. But he, like, went on this mission to go after this one kid, and he got really into it. And he, like, whipped around this corner, and he back-ended my face with his gun.
Whoa.
Oh.
Okay, but
Okay, so he accidentally hit you.
No, he hit me with the gun. There's, like, no way he didn't know he hit me with the gun.
I doubt it doesn't sound like he pistol whipped you. It sounds like it when it's an accident.
No, well, it may have been an accident, but he was being, like, an idiot. And, like, clearly, like, the mission of getting this 8-year-old was more important to him than making sure my face was okay.
So why didn't you say something like, ow, that hurt, watch where you're going?
I did say ow, but they're also like playing that ridiculous music, and there's blood streaming down my face.
You were bleeding?
I was a mess. I was bleeding.
Wow. All right, he did hit you hard then.
Wow.
Yeah, he hit me in the face and he broke my nose.
What? Wait,
Whoa.
your nose is broken right now?
Oh.
Why do you think I sound like this?
I
just
didn't
thought
notice.
you were nasally.
Yeah, I didn't want to assume anything.
No, he broke my freaking nose.
Wow.
I was bleeding all down my face, and I was embarrassed. It's like a first date, and there's blood all over my face, and I went to the bathroom, and I didn't know what to do, and so I called an Uber, and I went to the hospital.
I know that's really bad, but I just can't imagine this guy not feeling horrible if he actually knew that he did that.
I mean, I didn't even care about the date anymore. He was just being a reckless jerk. And then, like, I just thought my nose was hurt, and I get to the hospital, and then they're like, it's broken.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Oh my gosh!
If anything,
I had surgery.
what? You had to have
Man.
surgery, too?
They had to fix it surgically. I've been out of work.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
If
All right.
anything, I'd be hitting him up for hospital
Yeah,
bills. That is
seriously.
intense.
Melissa, I am so sorry.
Wait, who is that?
That's Robert, Melissa. He's actually on the phone listening and wants to talk to you.
On the phone?
Yeah.
You put him on the... This is ridiculous.
I am so sorry.
I'm recovering from surgery. Why are you on the phone? Just leave me alone.
I had no idea. I just wanted to know what happened. I had no idea.
I broke my nose and I ruined my favorite shirt, dude.
I'm so sorry. I mean, I tried calling you. I tried finding out what happened, and you didn't tell me what happened. I mean, obviously,
I had to take myself to the hospital. I couldn't answer the phone because I was taking myself to the hospital and getting my mother on the phone to meet me there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no. I mean, if you would have told me, I would have taken you to the hospital. I had no idea. You know, I would have taken.
Robert, you were the last person I wanted to see with my face all bloody. It was in my best interest to get as far away from you as possible.
But it was an accident. I would have taken you to the hospital. I would have paid for all your bills. I would have taken care of it.
What did you think you hit with the gun? When you felt your gun hit something, what did you think your gun hit?
I was.
You didn't even
trying
look behind you. You were charging ahead at that redhead kid.
You was being a brat.
Really?
Oh my
Melissa,
gosh, Robert.
I think the person to blame is that redhead kid.
Take him down.
Honestly.
I mean, listen, I'll do anything to make this right. I had a great time. I know you did right up until that point. If you would have told me, I would have been able to do something. I want to do something now. If you have any bills, I'll take care of those bills for you.
Whoa.
Like,
I
you don't have to work.
I'm fine. I do not need you.
I don't need. I think she said I don't need you,
Yeah.
but I'm not quite sure that that's what you said. Is that right, Melissa?
I do not need you. I can't. I'm sorry. There is packing material in my nose.
Oh,
I feel absolutely terrible. There's no way I could feel great about what happened. I screwed it up. I get it, but I want to make it right. If I can do that in any way, I would. I will.
Melissa, you should. He really didn't mean to do it. I know you're upset and you're hurt and you had to have surgery, but it was truly an accident.
Sounds like it.
I don't know. It sounds to me like he did it on purpose. Sounds to me like, Melissa, it was malicious. That's what he does. He takes girls out and then breaks their noses playing laser tag. He's a monster.
Bam!
Yeah, all those monsters that take you to the Family Fun Center.
I don't really know what to think right now. My nose is aching, and I'm on painkillers, and you guys are calling me.
Melissa, I think that you should probably give Robert another shot. He sounds very apologetic. It's obvious that he didn't mean to do that. Maybe he got a little too competitive, trying to go after that stupid redheaded kid. But anytime you're playing laser tag with those kids, it gets frustrating. And I guarantee he didn't know what he was doing. Would you like to go out with him again on a second date? Once you get better, we will pay for it.
Why would you pay for the date? Robert's already offered to pay for my medical bills.
Okay, well then Robert would pay for it then. But would you go out with him one more time?
I'll do anything to make this right, to do it again.
You can go and get me some takeout, and we can start there, and you can leave it at my door, and when I've successfully gotten the takeout into my door, then you will back 3 steps away from the door, and then I will consider letting you in. if you've done all of that safely. But I will not ever go to a family fun center with you again because there was nothing fun about any of this.
Well, there you go.
God, Melissa, you
Robert,
are so cute.
would you be
do it.
willing to bring Melissa some takeout food and start working your way back into her good graces?
No plastic utensils, no knives or anything.
We'll make it completely safe, Melissa.
I'm in. Whatever you want. I'll get you takeout, finger food only. I'll start there. What's your favorite restaurant?
I like Indian food.
I will find the best Indian food restaurant in the city, and I will bring it to you.
Well, I'm kind of hungry and my mom had to go to work.
Sweetie.
I think Melissa is so high on pain pills right now.
I feel so bad for her.
Robert, congratulations. You sort of have a second date.
With an almost sober person.
It works for me. That sounds great.
And Melissa, get better soon, all right?
Oh, this is fine.
Bye, Melissa.
It is fine, Melissa. Go to bed and coordinate with Robert to get yourself some food. Have a good one.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
All right, you just heard the second date update from several months ago featuring Robert and Melissa, where Melissa mysteriously disappeared in the middle of a laser tag date, and Robert had no idea why, so he wanted us to call her, and we called her and found out that he accidentally hit her in the face with his laser gun and broke her nose. And so the reason she left was she had to go to the hospital. Robert had no clue that he did it, and after talking about it, Melissa wouldn't agree to a second date, but she would at least let Robert bring her some takeout food while she recovered from her broken nose. And now they're both on the phone for a second date update. Robert, Melissa, how you guys doing?
Hi,
Hey, guys.
how are you?
Good. Your nose sounds better.
Oh, it's so much better, thank you.
So what happened? Are you two officially dating now? Did Robert bring you the food?
Yeah, no, he brought me the food.
Okay.
We have really good Indian. It just so happened when he showed up, it was like perfectly timed when my family was all coming over and taking care of me. So there was a bunch of my family there.
Oh, that's
So,
awkward.
So wait, for your second meeting, he met your family?
Yeah, no pressure. He met my whole family on that date.
God, was that weird for you, Robert?
Yeah, having to explain to them what happened and that it was a total accident.
Sorry, sir, I broke your daughter's nose. Good to meet you, though.
Pleasure.
She hates me, but she's really nice.
How was it with them? Were they cool with you, or were they like, oh, that's the guy that broke your nose? Why are you over here?
I mean, by the time I got over there, they had all heard the second date update, all that stuff. So they were kind of giving me a hard time about it, but they were, laughing and chucking it off. They were having a good time with me, and I deserved it, I guess.
Well, that's good.
But you guys didn't start dating out of it, or did you try to date a little bit?
The chemistry wasn't really exactly there. It wasn't really my thing. But he came over to bring the food, and that was like really nice. And we all kind of noticed Robert had some serious chemistry with my sister Jessica.
Wait, what?
Did you try to break her nose too? That's Robert's thing,
Yeah,
right?
get over here.
Are you
I
serious?
stayed far away from her nose.
Okay.
So wait, Melissa, everyone noticed that Robert was hitting it off with your sister.
Yeah, so I'm a mess, and I'm there broken nose and in bed, and Robert was fine. He was standing there and talking to my sister, and they were definitely flirting and getting things for me together and laughing about it. So they definitely seemed to be hitting it off. My dad was even making jokes about it later.
Really?
Yeah, they don't break any more of my daughter's noses, that kind of stuff.
Okay. And Robert, I'm guessing since we're doing a second date update, you felt the chemistry too with Melissa's sister?
I mean, I didn't expect that to happen, but it was kind of weird. I mean, Melissa was right there, and I started talking to Jessica. We kind of hit it off.
Whoa.
Wow.
Great chemistry.
So wait, Robert, you're now dating Melissa's sister?
We are. We're dating. It's actually pretty serious.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. That's
Yeah.
And you're cool with that, Melissa?
Yeah, well, he's making it sound like it was all his idea. I'd say it was probably more my idea than anything.
what?
I didn't think it was really going anywhere with me and Robert, and he liked my sister, so might as well make somebody happy out of this whole traumatic, awful date.
Oh my gosh.
So there you go. You got a broken nose, but at least your sister got a new boyfriend.
Right, totally. And so far, her face is intact, so that's good.
And here's the perk. She loves laser tag.
She still agreed to go to laser tag with you after you broke her sister's nose on accident.
We absolutely, yep.
Wow.
We had a redemption. It was great.
A redemption.
Brave.
Wow.
Well, who knows?
It's so cool.
All right, well, thank you for the update, you guys.
Thank
you
you.
got it.
Thank you so much.
And Melissa, are you dating anybody, or are you still single?
Still single, still watching out to make sure Robert takes good care of my sister and her safe.
Well, at least you got a fantastic
Who
new
knows?
nose.
You might have a brother-in-law here soon.
Whoa.
Whoa, Robert, let's not get crazy here. We know what happens when you get excited.
Moving 92.5.
You know, every day we get emails and texts to our show from listeners commenting on the second date updates.
Oh, yeah. It's a big segment.
They're saying things like, that guy was a total jerk. I hope he falls down an escalator, breaks his face.
Some of them, yeah.
Or, that girl sounded hot. Give her my number. I'll show her how a real man sews a sweater.
Is it all the same guy?
Yeah, it's that
in?
one dude.
Okay,
He texts
yeah.
in like 20 times a day.
Yeah.
But
I feel like his name's Randy.
yeah, a lot of the times, though, our listeners just want to know what happened after a couple agreed to go out again.
Yeah, even I do. We
Mhm.
don't get updates that often.
You want to know, are they still together? Did they break up?
Right.
Well, today we have an update from two people who were on with us a few months ago. You might remember their names are Lori and Jarm.
Oh my gosh.
That's right.
How could you not forget Jarm?
Mhm.
That's an awesome name.
We paid for them to go out on another date. So we're going to play their original second date update. And then immediately after, we'll find out where their relationship is today.
Dude, this guy is like infamous to me.
hmm It's the return of Jarm in your second date update right after this.
Moving 92.5. Second date update.
We got an email from one of our listeners who said he wants to apologize to us in advance for what's about to happen in today's call.
Oh, no.
That's not good.
I don't know what he did yet, but he's on the phone with us, and his name, tell me if I'm getting this right, is it Jarm?
Jarm, yeah.
Wow, I feel like you need to apologize for making fun of his name already, Jeffrey.
Well, I
Like,
just want to
that's
make sure
like-
it's a unique name. Yeah. Is it short for like Jarmangelo?
What?
It's actually just short for Jarmond.
Okay.
Jarmond.
That's a
Yeah.
cool name.
Jarmond, Jarm.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, let's move past
So,
the name.
Jarm, you
Yeah.
said you wanted to apologize to us in your email, so go ahead.
Go ahead. What?
Oh, yeah, so I wanted to apologize in advance, but...
We do not accept.
Oh,
Let the man talk. What are
I'm
you
kidding, Jarm.
You're
What is it?
apologizing to us or to your date?
I'm apologizing to you.
Why?
Yeah.
Well, because I'm a fan of the show, and I listen to you guys. I listen to the second date updates all the time.
Oh, we hate that. You're right. I mean, that's not why we do this at all.
Well, so the thing is that I hear people talk about crazy things that they do on their dates, and none of that happened with me. So that's what I would like to apologize for.
Oh, Jarm, dude.
How dare you?
You're apologizing for calling us with a boring story?
Yeah, I would like your help, but it really was just a regular old boring date.
Okay.
That's all right, Jarm. Why don't you tell us the name of the girl that you want us to call?
Her name is Lori.
Okay. Where'd you meet her?
We met on a dating app,
All right.
which I also got from the show. You guys are always talking about that's a great way to meet people.
Yeah.
I feel like it's already going to turn out bad if you're taking dating advice from us. But continue, Jarm.
What did you and Lori do?
Well, I posted a picture, and I know cool people call it a pic, but she was the only person who matched with me.
Jarm, go get down on yourself, dude. Sorry.
We think you're cool, man.
Yeah, you seem great.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
We met at a restaurant, to be safe. We had dinner. We
Yes.
talked, and it was over.
Okay. And what were the highlights there, Jarm?
We need a little bit more detail, maybe.
I guess that's the problem, because I pretty much just told you the highlights.
Okay.
Really?
So, like, the best thing that happened is that you went to dinner and talked.
Well, there was one possible thrilling moment.
Oh.
Okay.
Do tell.
I did try to tell her some elephant jokes to lighten the mood.
Oh. Can we hear
Yeah.
one? Try out
I
your
don't-
material on us?
Oh, sure. Yeah, I can tell you one. Okay, so Once some hunters were after an elephant,
Uh-huh.
and the elephant didn't know what to do. So he met his friend Ant on the road,
Uh-huh.
and he told Ant this problem that he had.
Yeah.
And Ant said, "Don't worry, just hide behind me." You get it, because he's small. Well, the ant is small.
Right. 'Cause
Right.
that's not going to work very
No.
well. Yeah.
So, Jarm, did she crack up like we are?
Yeah.
Well, not real. I did try a few more, but I kind of gave up in the middle of my fourth one.
Okay.
Ooh.
She didn't seem to get it.
Yeah. I
No,
don't,
you can't expect all these people that you date to get the highbrow elephant humor.
I would say, like, if she's not laughing after the first one, I wouldn't go to the fourth. But
But Jarm's an optimist.
yeah. What was the date like at the end, Jarm?
We just said goodnight. We shook hands, and that was it.
Oh, no. Shook hands. Are you going to be upset if that's the problem, Jarm, if she was just too bored on the date?
I mean, I guess I wouldn't find it that out of the ordinary for me. I mean, I'm not an exciting person.
Oh, Jarm.
Buddy.
No, I'm not. I mean, it's not something that I struggle with. I've accepted it. I'm a pretty boring dude.
Oh, man.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Jarm, we're not going to let you be boring, okay? We're going to pull through for you.
Yeah, and this is pretty exciting that you're doing this.
Look at you. You're on the radio.
You're stepping out of your comfort zone there, Jarm.
Yeah, and I've heard you guys work miracles before, and considering she's the only person I matched up with, I thought maybe you could work your magic here.
We got this, Jarm. We're going to pull a miracle for you right now. We're going to play a song, come back, call Lori, and get your second date update, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Let me hear you be really excited about it, Jarm.
I am. I am very excited.
All right, we'll play a song and do it after this. When he goes on a hot date, he's home and in bed by 8 p.m.
Oh, yes, he is. Tell me more.
His go-to romantic move is to comment on the cleanliness of your silverware.
Ooh.
When he tells an elephant joke, he tells 4 of them all in a row. He's the least boring man in the world, and his name is Jarm.
Jarm!
Jarm, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
There he is.
There's that intro for you, Jarm.
Jarm went out with a girl named Lori, and he's worried he may have been a little bit too boring on his date. But Jarm, I don't believe you're boring. I think there's something in your life that you're passionate about. We just don't know it yet.
Oh, when I was 14, I had a stamp collection.
Oh. Ooh. I also had a stamp collection, Jarm.
We also had a sick cat that peed on the stamp collection, so...
Ooh, bad memories.
Okay.
You are interesting, Jarm. I love you. And we never asked you this. Have you actually tried reaching out to Lori yet, or is this the first time?
I have. She hasn't responded.
Okay. And what did you like about her?
Well, I like that we matched.
Okay.
On the app?
All right. That the app matched you. You're the only one that... Oh, all
well,
right.
they both find each other attractive. That's a good start.
They sound perfect to me.
Yeah.
Well, technically, she never said that she thought I was attractive, but I can verify that I think she is.
All right. Verified.
All right, confirmed.
All right, Jarm. I feel like we're gonna get the female version of you on the phone here in about 30 seconds.
So much.
Let's find out, okay? We're going to call Lori for you right now. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Are you amped up?
My palms are a little sweaty, but please, help me.
Okay.
All right.
Call the number.
All right, I'm going to dial the number right now. Here we go.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Lori, please?
this is she.
Hey, Lori. How you doing? This is young Jeffrey from the radio show Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning.
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Oh, you sound like you listen.
Well, it's so funny because I just talked about this show the other night.
Oh. What complaint blog were you on this time?
No, I was talking about it with a date who I'm now suspicious might be actually the one initiating this call.
Dude, you're good.
Really?
You are good, Lori.
What's the name of your date?
Jarm, did he ask you guys to call me?
It is Jarm.
Yes, he did.
Oh,
So, wait, you guys were talking about us?
we were, yeah.
Was it a fun conversation for you?
I mean, he brought it up, the show, that it's like something he listens to and likes a lot. And so we were just kind of talking about it. And I've definitely heard the show before, but it sounds like he listens a lot.
Okay.
So is that why you're not calling him back, because he listens to this show?
And he must be a terrible person.
I wouldn't either.
No, not at all.
Jarm told us a little bit about your date, and he really likes you, and he's caught on to the fact that you're not responding to him anymore. He wants to know the reason why.
I mean, it's not that I'm not responding. I just needed a little bit of time.
That means you're not responding.
No, wait. That means that you had actually thought about going out with him again.
Listen, the date was fun. He's like really cute. He's got this kind of funny Michael Cera vibe thing going on.
That's exactly his vibe.
Oh my God, I could totally see that.
That's a great analogy, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, he was worried that he was too boring for you. And it wasn't like a negative thing. He knows fully, very self-aware of his boring level.
I think it's funny. I like his personality and his bluntness. It's just, I just was having some kind of trouble processing this weird thing that happened.
What weird thing?
I don't know if he told you guys that he was telling some jokes at the table.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Elephant jokes. We heard the one about the ant.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah. We didn't get the other 3 that he told you, but we heard the ant one.
Yeah, well, I didn't love them.
Because they weren't very funny? Is that why?
No. It's not that I don't think he's funny. It's just he couldn't have known. But I actually have some history with elephants.
Your ex is an elephant?
No, but my uncle was actually just on a safari last year, and there was a pretty bad accident with an elephant.
Whoa.
Oh, no. What
Yeah. And like the first elephant joke he made, I tried to kind of like avoid it, not really laugh at it, and just move on from it. But he kept telling these elephant jokes.
Oh, my God. How would anyone know, though?
Yeah, did you tell him that you had an uncle that had a run-in with an elephant?
It sounds like a joke in and of itself. Yeah. I mean, I know it's not because you're being honest, Lori.
I know it sounds crazy, but like, honestly, it was really traumatic, and I'm like really still not ready to talk about it. And I definitely didn't want to talk about it on a first date. And I know it sounds crazy, but my uncle was really hurt. I mean, he's still recovering.
Well, I feel like maybe Jarm should know why you were not laughing and why you were turned off by that. Like, you never told that to him?
I didn't. You're right. I just wasn't really ready to talk about it.
Don't you think he has a right to know, though, that that's why?
I mean, eventually, yeah.
You think you just don't like him?
Yeah.
Everything else was fine. It's just that one thing kept happening, you know?
Yeah, well, more is about to happen because Jarm is actually on the phone and he's been listening this whole time.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he heard, and he really wants to talk with you. Jarm?
Wait, what? Hold on. This is happening right now?
Yeah. He's been listening.
Sorry.
Oh,
Lori,
wow.
I just want to say how sorry I am. I had no idea.
Hey, Jarm. Wow.
Hi.
Sorry, this is like, I'm just a little caught off guard. I wasn't really ready for this.
If you don't mind me asking, was it an Indian elephant or an African bush elephant?
What? Why?
It's not important, Jarm.
It doesn't matter.
I actually honestly don't even know. It's kind of besides the point, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, again, Lori, I'm really sorry.
Thank you.
Can I just ask, was it a kick or a trampoline?
No, Jarm.
Stop
trying to figure out about the elephant attack.
Jarm, it like really doesn't matter what kind of elephant was or how the accident happened. I really don't want to keep rehashing this.
Yeah, Jarm, this isn't like Elephant CSI. We don't need to get to the bottom of this case. We're trying to get back to the date.
Okay.
Yeah, and maybe, Jarm, you should concentrate on the fact that she actually really liked you.
Maybe say something nice to Lori about how you felt about her.
Good job, Jeffrey.
Lori, I think you are beautiful, and I really enjoyed talking with you. And, you know, if elephants are...
No, get off the elephants. Go with something else. Try something else.
Wait, there's literally like an elephant in the room, and it's like, it really means it this time.
What I was going to say is if elephants are a problem, we don't have to ever talk about elephants again.
Okay, that's insinuated,
Yeah,
right?
I think that's for the best.
Yeah, that would be great. I'm just not yet, you know? It's still really, really fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally understand that. And in the meantime, if you wouldn't mind letting me know if anyone in your family had any sort of traumatic experience with zebras, because I do know a lot about that species.
Hey, that is a good question, Jarm.
Ask her for
your joke.
Yep.
Zebras are safe, Jarm. Zebras are safe.
All right.
Oh, man, watch out.
Okay, well, I'm sensing some positivity here. So with that in mind, we would like to offer to send you and Jarm out on a date, and we'll pay for it. Jarm will not make any elephant jokes.
I can't wait to hear the zebra jokes.
So that's a yes? Is that a
I
yes?
didn't say that I know zebra jokes. I just said that I know a lot about the species, but so I'll have to look up some zebra jokes, but I'm prepared.
Okay, well, there you go. He can give you a PowerPoint presentation on the origins of zebras and then throw in a joke. Would you like to sign up for that? We'll pay for it.
Sign me up. I can't wait to see the PowerPoint presentation.
Oh, my God, it's a date. I don't know why I'm so shocked. I'm sorry, Jarm. I don't mean to be so shocked, but holy hell.
Let's do it.
No, I'm thrilled. Hooray.
We're thrilled for you, Jarm.
Hooray.
Congratulations.
Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.
You just heard a second date update from a few months ago, and we actually have the couple back on the phone with us.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Jarm and Lori, welcome back.
Hi. Thanks for having us.
Oh, that's a happy voice. Jarm, are you there?
I am here, and I am also happy.
Yeah, Jarn's
Sounds
back.
like it.
Okay, what does that mean?
How's things been since you guys were on the show with us a few months ago?
They've been pretty good. It's been nice. You know, it was kind of tough at first. Definitely caught a lot of flack from friends and family for dating a guy that put me on air.
Right.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So what was the second date like?
We went to dinner.
Uh-huh.
I want you guys to know that I took your advice, and I started the second date off with a zebra joke.
Oh.
No.
You want to hear it?
We said don't
Yeah,
do
no.
any animal jokes.
I want to hear the joke.
Okay, what's the joke?
God.
You want to hear it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Might as well.
Okay. Why aren't zebras fans of coloring books?
Why?
They don't like having to stay in between the lions.
Lions. Oh. Okay, I don't know if that was worth it, Jarm.
I think that got Lori into the bedroom with that one.
I don't know about all that.
So wait, has there been more dates since then? Are you guys like a couple?
We've actually been on 4 dates since the second date, so that would make 6 dates.
Wow.
Okay.
So what are you thinking, Lori? Where's your status at?
I mean, he's exactly right. Definitely no titles yet. We are
Okay.
just taking it slow, and you know, yeah, it's going good. But
So you're not official.
Well, we're not official, but we have kissed a few times, and you know, I don't want to kiss and tell, but we did kiss. And
Okay, that's exactly.
oh my God. Okay, now my parents are definitely going to give me even more.
But no, we only kiss. We haven't gone all the way. It's just kiss.
Okay, good. We don't need to.
Oh my
This is a
God,
lot.
Jarm, shut it. Okay.
Oh my God. I feel like Jarm's going to call us in a couple months and be like, yeah.
Yeah. He's going to forward us some pics. He's like, Lori just sent me these. It's going really great.
Oh my God. No, but seriously, we're so happy for you guys. That sounds awesome.
This is awesome, man.
So you're planning to keep going on dates?
Yeah, and actually, I was wondering if you guys had any suggestions for another date idea, because I was thinking it might be nice, just in exchange for us giving you this update, if you guys could pay for it like you did last time.
Oh.
And
you want?
You know, just like in exchange.
So
Okay, so you want to get paid for calling us.
No, not paid. Just that you know maybe you would pay for the date. Since you guys are so-
We can send you out again. What do we have gift cards for right
We
now?
have tons of stuff.
I don't know, we'll find something back in the promotions
it?
desk.
Yeah, we'll talk to them.
Let's see. What do you guys want to go see? Like an improv show? We have some passes for one of those.
Oh.
Do you have anything else?
Oh my God, Jarm, no.
No.
No. Improv is fine. That
Getting
sounds
picky now.
amazing. Improv is great, Jarm. It's great.
Okay, fine. Yeah, I guess we'll take that then.
See, hey, he's already a good guy. He's like letting her take the lead.
All right, Jarm. We'll send you the passes. Keep us updated on how your relationship's going. All right.
Thank you, guys.
All right. We appreciate talking to you.
Second date update.
We've got Mia on the phone for a second date update today. And Mia says she feels bad about what happened on her date.
Uh-oh.
Now, Mia, the rule is you only have to feel bad if you made them cry. So, did he cry?
No, he didn't cry.
All right, well, then you shouldn't feel bad, okay? Your conscience can be cleared, and you are free to go. You're welcome. Have a good day.
I don't know.
He's kidding.
It sounds like she's about to cry right now. Mia, it's a joke. Sorry, he's being sarcastic.
Not really, though.
Okay.
What'd
All
you
right.
do?
Well, listen.
Okay, maybe we should learn more before I jump to
Yeah.
conclusions,
Now
okay?
I want to know.
Tell us about this guy. What's his name?
His name is Steve.
Okay.
Sounds like a crier.
Well, no, he didn't cry. My friends at work actually set me up with him. He works for the company, but on a different floor, so I've actually never met him.
Oh, blind date. I always like to know, how are you feeling going into this blind date? Hopeful? Doubtful?
Oh, I was feeling good. I was excited. You know, it's just been kind of like dry for me, and I was excited to get out there and like meet someone that my friends actually said was really cool, you know?
Okay. And were your friends right?
Yeah, he was like really cute, and we were talking at the bar, and I like to just kind of like talk about things right away about relationships. And
That's good to want to talk on a date. That's a positive.
No.
But not everything right away.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Exactly. Are you talking like you just opened it up with like, I have 4 exes. I'm over 3 of them, but 1 still having issues.
Oh, by the way, here's my number.
Yeah.
No, it's just funny, like how people think about relationships, I guess. And I was asking him, we were talking, and I said, you know, I think that you should always share everything with your partner. Like in healthy relationships, you don't hide anything. You're really open about everything with each other.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah,
Totally.
but not everybody does. I can see why that's an important thing to talk about.
Are you saying you lie, Brooke, in your relationship? Oh, no, I'm just kidding.
So you think everything needs to be shared, no secrets.
Yeah, but then he said that he thinks it's not healthy to share everything, that there should be boundaries and certain things that you don't, that are off limits, basically.
Okay. I can see his point too. I mean,
if it's not important.
How did that sit with you?
I don't agree. I said if you're not sharing everything, then you're hiding something, and that's obviously going to poison the relationship.
Ooh,
you know?
I see.
So
This
wait,
is
did you guys start out your first date with your first couples argument?
That's what I was
This
gonna
is what it
say.
sounds like.
It wasn't an argument. It was just a spirited discussion, you know?
Sure. You're
we
like,
were-
give me your phone right now. Who are you texting?
I mean, that is a pretty intense way to start off a date. Like, did things get lighter later?
No.
Oh.
I said, let's test it. And I pointed to a girl across the bar, and I said, do you think she's attractive?
Why would you need to know that in a relationship? That is a terrible question.
You want this date to go badly, don't you?
You're like
No,
confronting him.
I just wanted to show him what I was talking about, you know, prove my point. And then he said, I'm not answering that.
Yeah, good choice.
Yeah, way to go, Steve.
How could anyone answer that properly? If he says yes, then you're going to be mad, right? You're going to be jealous. If he says no, then you're going to think he's lying.
Well, no, if he's honest and says yes, she'll say, thank you for being honest.
I don't think so.
Or maybe he says yes, and then the girl comes and joins in on the date, and now it's a party.
Okay, now you're thinking like every other man,
Maybe the date
Jeffrey.
could go even
Yeah.
better.
Honesty pays off.
So what did he say?
Well, he said he wasn't going to answer it. And I told him, well, it's just a test. Let's just see how it plays out. And he was like, fine. Okay. She's a little attractive.
Okay.
All right.
Safe answer.
Did you hit him?
Did you hit him?
I said, what do you like about her?
Jeez, come on.
Why are you doing this to yourself?
What? Well, he's being so vague. He's not playing by the rules I'm setting up. He's
Well,
not being
maybe
honest.
he's probably just trying to be polite and not offend you by saying that there's this gorgeous woman over there, and he's noticing all these amazing things about her.
I'd rather he be honest and tell me that. That's the whole point I was trying to make. So I nudged him a little bit. I was like, so you probably want to sleep with her, right? Wouldn't you do that, right?
Oh, jeez.
Mia,
Look, I've had your back up to
This doesn't sound like a healthy relationship. This sounds like an unstable relationship already where you're incredibly jealous.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, will you just please shut up and let me finish?
Okay. Okay, finish, Mia.
Okay. So then I said, if you lie to me, Steve, I can tell. I'll be able to tell. So just tell me the truth. And so then he finally admitted, yes, I'd probably sleep with her. And I didn't think he was going to answer and say that. And it honestly, it like pissed me off.
Oh, no.
So you asked for the truth and then got pissed at it.
But she's trying to set the
Well,
boundaries.
I just didn't think he would answer at least that quick.
Yeah, I know, really rude.
Oh my
How
God,
rude,
Mia.
Steve.
So is that the end of your date? Like, did you guys continue to hang out? You're pissed at this point. What did you do?
Well, I got kind of quiet, and I mean, he could tell. He said sorry, and I told him it was okay to find someone attractive, but like, why would you say that why would you say that you want to sleep with her?
It is not his fault. You shouldn't have asked the question,
Wait,
Mia.
hold on. This is probably why she feels bad, right?
Oh,
and that's
my
why she wants
God.
to call.
And then you were like, so you want to marry her too? You want to have babies with her too? You want to open a 401k with her?
Okay, stop being ridiculous right now. This is serious.
Oh,
Sorry,
yeah. You're the okay.
I'm being ridiculous. Okay.
So what happened next?
I mean, the date fizzled. It was done. I went home, and I mean, I just cried a lot. Not in front of him. I cried at home. And,
all right, Mia.
you know, I just feel bad how, we just paid for our drinks and left, and it was really awkward and weird. And I just feel bad about how everything went down. And I think I freaked him out because now he's not calling me back.
Okay.
Yeah, you definitely freaked him out.
Are you feeling a little bit of remorse about how this all played out, though?
Yeah, duh. I feel bad, okay? How many times are you going to make me say it? Obviously, that's why I'm calling you guys.
Okay, no, you sound remorseful, I guess.
Oh, my God.
I'm just,
told you.
Okay, so you want us to call Steve and you want to just explain or apologize or
Yeah,
what exactly are you looking to do here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to know why he's not calling me back. And also, explain a little bit and tell him I feel bad and I don't want this to be the end of us.
Okay. And are you like, is your new standpoint that you're not going to ask those type of questions anymore?
Okay, stop asking me stupid questions. Can you just call and try to get me another date? That's why I called you guys.
All right.
All we want is honesty, guys.
No more questions. We're just gonna play a song. We'll come back. We'll call Steve and we'll try and get you a second date update.
Great.
Okay. Here we go. Hold on. If you're just tuning in for today's second date update, we've got Mia on the phone, and Mia is feeling regretful about how her first date played out.
Is she? Yeah. It's questionable, but okay.
I'm hesitant to even recap it because I'm afraid I'm going to say it wrong and it'll make her mad, but the sticking point that happened on the actual date is the question, should you be honest and share everything with your significant other?
Absolutely everything.
That snowballed out of control.
Because her date, Steve, thought that some things need to be kept private in a relationship, but Mia disagrees and think you should always be 100% honest. So she tested that theory by asking her date point blank if he would sleep with a lady sitting across the bar from them. And poor Steve gave in and said yes.
Yeah.
Well, he was asked to be honest, right?
Well, that honest answer was a little too honest for Mia. And now here we are. Hard feelings on both sides. And Mia has said in her own special way that she feels remorse and she wants to make things right with Steve again. So Mia, what do you think? Was that recap accurate?
I mean, I guess those were the facts, but I don't really like your tone, guys. I feel like you're not really on my side, or...
I'm on your side. I'm trying.
I'm going to say, I am having a hard time, Mia. And I'll tell you why. It's not because I don't think that honesty is great. I just think that you're asking questions that don't matter in a relationship. Like, it doesn't matter if he's attracted to another woman. What matters is he's with you.
I guess that's your opinion. I disagree, and it matters to me. So you don't know my life. You don't know how I feel about things or what I've gone through. So maybe that works for you, but not for me.
I want to apologize, Mia, on behalf of Brooke. She is just in a really crabby mood today. She gets really upset whenever she hears people that sound like they're really in love and that they actually have a chance, and she gets really jealous and lashes out. So that's probably where it's coming from.
You're right.
Brooke,
yeah,
where's the apology?
I'm not apologizing.
Okay.
But Mia,
wow.
you know what?
Sorry, Mia.
I
apologize.
hope through all this that we all learn something together, okay? I think that should be the goal right here.
Okay, can we just stop talking about it and call him?
Okay.
right.
Sorry, we have to recap.
Okay.
It's radio.
I'm just going to dial the phone number right now. Here we go.
Why are we even part of this?
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Steve, please?
Yeah, speaking.
Hey, Steve. My name's Young Jeffrey from the radio. You have a minute to talk with us?
The radio?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's still a thing.
It's FM, frequency modulated.
Did I win something?
No, not really. I'm calling because we do a segment on our show called a second date update. That's where if you go out on a date with someone and afterwards they're not calling you back, you can email us and we'll try and get a hold of them to figure out why.
Okay.
And so you recently went out on a date with a woman named Mia.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, Steve. I don't think there's a lot of mystery in why you're not calling her back.
She's calling a radio show to ask me if I went out with her?
No, she knows that you guys went out, and she recognizes that maybe things didn't play out quite the way she had hoped.
I don't know what she told you, but I do not mind talking about this publicly. The date was weird, man.
What specifically was weird to you about it?
Well, I mean, at first it was fine. She is attractive, and I had coworkers trying to set us up, so it was like, okay, if my friends like her, she's got to be cool, right?
Right.
So we're sitting at the bar, and she sees this girl, and she pressures me into admitting that the other girl is hot. And I kept trying to back off, being like, no, I don't want to do that. And finally, she just wouldn't let it go. So just out of pure frustration, I just went, yeah, I'd sleep with her.
Yeah. We heard that didn't sit well with her either. That although she said she wanted the truth, she didn't really.
And I'm not that kind of guy, and I felt really bad.
Yeah.
Because I could tell it hurt her feelings. So I tried to make it better. It did not work. The date kind of fizzled out, and I was like, maybe I'm thinking about this the wrong way. Maybe it wasn't as bad as I thought. So I was honestly planning on calling her back until I got to work.
Oh, my God. You are a much bigger person than I think most people would have been in your situation.
Yeah, sometimes those fiery girls kind of excite a guy.
Okay, well.
He's right.
Yeah, I guess it was kind of like that, but I also just didn't want to base it on one date. Maybe she just had a bad day or something.
Right.
Dude,
that's good. You're very open-minded.
And you got really bad luck, like sitting across from this gorgeous woman. Like maybe if she had pointed to an ugly girl, you would have been inclined to say no.
Mia's very pretty. Like, I wasn't trying to say this girl was more attractive than her, but I mean, she just wouldn't let it go.
Right, right. But you said it changed at work. What happened at work?
Yeah, because one of our mutual friends comes up to me at work and goes, dude, I heard what you said. Why would you do that? And I went, what are you talking about? And he goes, you told Mia to her face that you wanted to go sleep with another girl at the bar.
Oh, dude.
She did not twist it like that.
She absolutely did, or at least my friend thought she did. So I go, hey, she asked me to do that. She wouldn't let it go. And then all these other people at the office are giving me weird looks. Like, I don't know, can I curse on the radio? Because I'm a little frustrated now that I'm back into it. Because I felt like an asshole. And, that's what she asked me to say.
Right. No, she told us. I told her, I was like, yo, there is no way any person should ever ask another person in a relationship if you'd sleep with somebody else. You're never going to like the answer.
And we weren't in a relationship. It was the first date.
Right.
Well, we obviously have a lot of differing opinions here. I think we all need to get on the same page. Okay. The only way to do that is to let you know, Steve, that Mia has been on the phone listening this entire time.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, she wants to talk to you. Mia?
Steve, hi. I'm sorry. I just don't know why you're so upset about this.
I'm sorry, guys. I cannot believe this. I mean, really, honestly, though, at this point, it shouldn't surprise me. I mean, listen, Mia, I will tell you why I'm upset. You made me look like a jerk to everybody at work. Yeah. You didn't tell them everything that happened about how you said people in relationships need to share everything.
Okay, I didn't give them the whole story. I told them exactly what you said to me on the date.
Oh,
did you not say you would sleep with her? You said that, right? I just told them. What was I supposed to say when they asked me what happened or what you said?
You asked me to tell you that.
Mia, are you delusional? I feel like you're living in this altered reality. Not only did you ask him, you pressured him, and he didn't say, I'm going to go sleep with her tonight.
Yeah.
You said, would you sleep with her? And forced him to answer.
Okay, first of all, shut up. What? Second of all, I'm talking to Steve and asking him a question and asking him about if he had a problem with something that you clearly do, but we're different people, so let us just figure this out. You didn't have to answer, Steve.
Oh, my God.
I told my friends the truth, and did you want me to lie about what you said? I wasn't going to do that. They said, well, I told them exactly what you said.
She's all about honesty.
But you didn't include the context. You didn't tell them that you made me say it. It's not like I just sat down at the bar and said, hey, my name's Steve. Oh, look at that girl. I'd like to bang her.
Okay, Steve, I don't appreciate you joking about how you wanted to bang that girl, okay? I already feel sorry about it. I already feel bad and already bad about the whole thing, okay? That's why I had them call you.
Hold on, Mia. Can I just ask you?
No, you can't. I'm talking to Steve.
Okay.
Not just me.
It's not your show.
Yep.
All right.
Mia, you need to relax, okay?
Oh, don't say
Okay,
that.
stop. No, that's just why I had them call you. Because you said something extremely rude, okay? At least you were being honest, and that's why I'm willing to give you a second chance, okay? That's why I had them call you.
Oh, I'm so grateful.
And Mia, what are you saying? I thought this whole thing was because you felt bad about pressuring him into saying that on the date.
I feel bad that it ended that way, but I also want to give him a chance to fix it.
So you're not taking any responsibility.
What would have been a good response from Steve in that
Uh-huh.
scenario? What would you have liked to hear him say?
Well, the best response would have obviously been that he didn't want to sleep with that girl, but he did. And so now I want to figure this out and move forward.
Oh, my God. I feel like you guys are going to spend 45 minutes talking about that stranger that Steve wants to sleep with.
It was a huge chunk of the date, I'm not going to lie. That's why it was just purely out of frustration just to get the conversation to end. I just went, I'd sleep with her.
Okay, Steve, you're not helping right now, okay? You should just be apologizing for what you put me through. God.
You know what, Mia? I will apologize. I am sorry that my friend set us up on a date.
All right. No need to get mean and nasty now, okay?
All right. Well, you know what? If I'm gonna be 100% honest, I would sleep with both of them.
I believe
And
that.
I honestly want to know if the two of you would go out on a second date. Steve, what do you say? We'll pay for that date.
Oh, sure.
Awesome. Okay, we'll send you guys out.
No, God, no.
Oh, that was sarcastic? That's so surprising.
You're supposed to be honest, Steve, no matter what.
Hey, Mia, listen, you sound like you could be a rad girl, and you sound beautiful, and you need to stop being so insecure, okay?
I'm not insecure. Stop patronizing me, you
Wow, you know what?
Seriously.
You know what, guys? Can I just
Clearly
say
don't
one
get
thing
it. I
real
don't
quick?
want you to weigh in anymore on this, Brooke, okay? Just leave.
I have a headache.
Sorry,
Guys, I just want to tell you, I am so happy that this is on the radio because all of our friends at work can now hear why things didn't work out.
Yeah, it's a very good point.
And they all know, Steve, that you would totally sleep with that woman.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they all know that you would sleep with someone else on a date when you're on a date with your coworker.
Okay.
Stop, Mia.
Do you think landscapers are good at manscaping? Good question. I don't know, but I do know somebody who might know. Her name is Olivia, and she's on the phone right now for a second date. And apparently she went out with her landscaper. So we're going to answer that age-old question in a moment, hopefully. What's up, Olivia?
Hey, how are you guys?
Oh,
I'm
man,
right. How are you?
Olivia. It set you up to really be the...
I thought she was the manscaper.
What would you call it? The critic of the hedges? I don't know.
Olivia, you hold all the knowledge when it comes to landscapers and manscaping, and we're going to ask you that question in a second. Hopefully you know it. I don't know how your date went, but your email said that you went out with your landscaper?
Yeah, I actually hired this new company to do my landscaping, and when Austin is his name, when he showed up, I was like a little, pleasantly shocked.
Okay.
I mean, it sounds like a bad romance novel come to life is what it sounds like.
I know. It's like so cliche. It really is. But he was young and so good looking, just like muscles and oh my gosh.
Oh my God, you're getting hot right now. How much younger is he?
I would say he's at least 5 years younger than me. We never really talked about his age, but...
Okay.
Not crazy younger, though. It's not like you're 50 and he's like
No.
18.
No. He's definitely a man, for sure.
Man through and through.
She can barely say that. Oh,
So-
a man.
How did you end up getting a date with him? Did you hit on him while he was working on your house, or you hit him up later?
No, I did. I kept staring at him from my window, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Creepy.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like total stalker or something. But he was getting hot, literally and physically. And I was like, I was just invite him in for a drink.
Of course.
It's hot out here. You want some lemonade? You want oh boy, how did my top fall off? That's unfortunate. I got to learn to button buttons better. Is that what you're talking about?
It wasn't lemonade. It was Sprite. Totally different.
Oh,
Yeah. One's carbonated, one's not.
Okay, so anyway, he came in and flirting led to him literally.
Wait, what? Hold up. First day on the job, you hooked up with the landscaper?
I did. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I
Man,
did.
you've got some.
This is an adult film now.
Yeah. I'm in the wrong line of work, too. So is this the date then, or did you guys go out?
No, he left, but before he left, he was like, hey, you should come hang out at this bar. You know, I'm going to hang out with my buddies, but you can come by. We'll play pool. I was like, why not? So later that night, I met him at the bar.
Oh, so you guys did have hangout time.
Yes. We played pool. His buddies were there. They were really cool.
How did he introduce you?
He just said, this is Olivia. I mean, there was no pretense or just kind of like, oh, we're hanging out.
I was wondering if he put you in like the client box or if he put you in the friend box.
I think it was like the friend box.
Okay.
Yeah. You just said Olivia.
Okay. So you hung out with him at the bar, and did you like him as a person too, and not just a piece of landscape meat?
Well, I mean, yeah, he was cool. Like, it was just really casual and fun, like kind of like adventurous. Like, I never do this, but I was like, why not? But then he disappeared. Like, we're having fun, couple drinks in, buddies were really cool, like I said, but I was like, where did he go? Like, where's Austin? And they had like, I don't know. And I didn't want to be like uncool, like I'm the old lady here hanging out. So I just kind of like sat back and thought, okay, he'll come back. Half an hour later, no sign of him. I have no idea where he went.
So he just ditched out? Did you text him?
So I texted him and nothing.
Nothing. You haven't heard anything from him since then?
No.
So wait, why are we calling him though? Because I feel like you should just chalk this up to like, awesome, lived out a fantasy, let's move on with life.
I kind of want to do it. I don't know.
You want more? You want more of Austin? That's fine. That's understandable.
Yeah.
Why not just book a regular like Tuesday for Austin to come by your house and do the art and you?
Oh my God, I totally thought about that. But I'm like, that's just embarrassing. Like, no, I can't.
Yeah,
no.
that's desperate.
Okay.
That's creepy.
You're like
Right.
paying him now?
Yeah, exactly. Can you just come hang out in my yard so I can stare at you through the window?
Do you have any idea why he would have ditched you?
No, I think something's happened, and maybe he's embarrassed, or I don't know.
Okay, well, we'll play a song, come back, and then get your second date or ditch.
Okay.
Oh my, would you look at that? My shrubbery is getting long. And there are just leaves piled throughout this yard.
Oh,
Why, I wish I could get someone to come over here and blow those leaves out and maybe trim my shrubbery. Did somebody call the landscaper? Sorry if my leaf blower was a little too loud there, ma'am. Oh my, well you did startle me with it. But might you be able to work on my weeds too? Yes, I can, ma'am. Oops, looks like I trimmed a little too close and I just weed whacked your pants off. Oh dear, it looks like you did. How are we gonna handle this situation? I got an idea. I got an idea too.
Is that another weed whacker, or was that them making out at the end?
I think that was them making out. I'm not sure,
Okay.
but that is play-by-play of Olivia's first date. She's on the phone for a second date, and she wants to call a dude named Austin. Austin is a landscaper. He showed up to work on her yard, and she had very lustful eyes
Oh, man.
and invited him in for soda, and then they hooked up. They also made plans to go out later that night to a bar, and she showed up to the bar. He was there with his friends, but at a certain point, he just disappeared, and she hasn't heard a word from him. So we're about to get him on the phone and find out what happened. You ready to go, Olivia?
I'm ready.
Oh, God.
my.
Yeah, after that reenactment, she's got to be ready. It's like you lived it all over again, didn't
Yeah.
you, Olivia?
Yeah. A little bit.
What's the worst possible scenario right now?
They didn't like me, that he just was like, just changed his mind.
Yeah, maybe he thought it was cool when you guys hooked up, and then he had to hang out with you at the bar, and maybe he just didn't click with you.
Yeah, but that's so low to just leave. I hate that.
All right, well, let's find out. I'm going to call him right now and see if we can get your answer. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Austin, please?
Yeah, speaking.
Austin, how are you, man? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show.
Brooke and what?
Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a morning radio show.
Okay, I kind of don't listen to the radio, so I've never heard of you guys. Sorry. But
It's all good, man. I'm calling you today, though, because we actually got an email into our show about you.
What?
Yeah.
Weird, I know.
It's a segment we do on our show. It's called The Second Date. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up blowing them off, they can email us, and we'll get that person on the phone and hopefully find out why they're not calling them back. And you recently met a woman named Olivia.
Oh.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah?
Okay, wait a minute. She emailed you about me and her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She told us about how you came over to work on her house because you do landscaping, right?
Yeah, but...
Yeah, apparently you do more than that.
Yeah, we
Full
heard,
service.
What? We heard you are hot.
Yeah.
Look, but like, why would she call the radio show?
I don't know, because she wants to see you again.
Yeah.
She said she really enjoyed your initial experience with her when you came over to work on her house, and then she said she liked hanging out with you at the bar, but you just disappeared, and she hasn't heard from you.
I mean, yeah, but I just don't get why she would want to make this business public.
She needs our
I don't think that she's ashamed by any of it.
Okay, no. That's not what I mean.
What do you mean?
I mean, I just don't know why she would want that out there. But all right.
Sounds like it was fun.
I mean, it was until we were at the bar later on, and we were shooting some pool, and I went to go get some another round of drinks, and this guy comes up to me. Never seen this guy before in my life.
Okay.
But he bows up on me, and he says, "I know you slept with my wife."
Wait, what?
Wife?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, what? I don't know what you're talking about. This guy says that he followed her to the bar from the house, saw her hanging out with me, knew that something had happened.
Whoa.
And, like, I was, like, I was questioning it. Like, is this guy messing with me? So I asked him some questions. I asked him a little bit about the house. He knew everything about the house. He knew everything about the lawn. No. And I...
Wow.
But that's...
So
that is
you
really
think
weird.
Olivia is married?
Yeah.
So why would she call us? I now have the same questions that you do.
Yeah, why would she want this out there? What the...
And that's what I'm saying. I have no idea why she would want this out in public unless she, I don't know.
But there's got to be more to the story because she would have seen, I mean, if she is in fact married, I don't know for sure that I even believe that yet. If she is married, she would have seen her husband at the bar talking to you.
Thing is, the pool is in its own area in the bar, so it's like in another room, so she might not have actually seen him.
That would be
Oh, wow.
so weird for him to just approach you and not approach her. Like, what kind of self-control do you have to have?
Now, I don't know. Maybe he did, but he was basically just talking to me, and yeah, he threatened me. He basically said, you're not seeing her anymore. You're not talking to her.
What?
He basically said that I couldn't landscape at the place anymore.
Oh, damn. You lost a client, too.
After all that, I don't want to get any more trouble with my job, so I took off. I was out.
Yeah, understandable.
But why didn't you respond to her text messages like, hey, I'm not writing back because you have a husband?
I'm not getting in the middle of that. I didn't mean to get in the middle of it in the first place, but after I met the guy, it's like, no, I'm not going to be texting with his wife.
But she can't
awful,
be.
Austin.
I feel like she can't be married if she's willing to do a second date with us and everything else.
There's got to be more to the story.
I don't know.
I know who does know. It's Olivia, and she's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
We want to talk to her.
Unless she's hung up.
What?
Olivia, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What are you doing?
I'm not married.
Really?
I don't know what you're talking about or who you're talking about.
Are you 100% sure?
Are you sure?
I mean, yeah, I'm not married. Why would I call them? If I were married, that would be stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty stupid unless you think you're getting away with it. I mean, your husband knows.
I don't have a husband. I'm not married.
Okay, wait, are you divorced? Do you have a crazy ex-boyfriend?
Have you hooked up with anyone else?
I don't know who this guy is.
But he knew everything about you.
In the house.
This dude is 5'10". He's got brown hair. He was wearing a plaid shirt. He's got a tattoo on the forearm.
Does it say Olivia?
Like, literally, you're describing every guy at the bar. I mean, that's like, I'm not married. I have no idea.
Well, I don't know. It just seemed legit to me.
Look, Austin, didn't we have a good time? I mean, that's what you should be thinking about. Like, it was good, right?
That part of it, yeah, but your husband also saw that too.
What?
What?
He saw? He was watching.
What?
When he was talking to me at the bar, he said, "I saw what you did."
How could he
saw it
see?
Apparently, they got some sort of drop cam in the house, and he saw it.
Olivia, are you married?
He set up a camera?
What do you mean he set up a camera? It sounds like you know something, Olivia.
Yeah, who's he?
No, I mean, that's not what I meant.
You are lying.
You're married.
No.
You are cheating on your husband.
I just meant, like, who's going to set up a camera in general? I mean, like, he set up a camera? Like, who does that? That's what I meant.
Okay, it sounds, Olivia, like you just slipped. That's what it sounds like.
And how dare you put Austin in that position?
And us.
It's not what you think. It's complicated.
Oh, is it? Okay, so now things are starting to come out a little bit because you misspoke there.
You cheater.
Olivia.
Don't try to paint me as this bad person. You don't know me.
Okay, but we don't know you.
Yeah, but
because we thought you were like just single, living in a house, hooking up with the landscaper, and we find out that you have a husband.
You have no idea what my life is like, and it's complicated. There's more to the story.
Well, don't bring other people into your mess. Keep your mess to yourself if it's that complicated.
You know what? If you were in my shoes, you would have done the same thing.
Okay, so now you're admitting it. You have a husband.
No.
Get a divorce.
You just said you would have done the same thing, which means that you cheated on your husband with Austin.
No, that I slept with a hot guy is what I'm saying.
While married.
Yeah.
I'm not playing your stupid games anymore. This is over.
Oh, my God.
Hello?
Wow.
Hey, Austin.
I am sorry,
Wow.
Austin. I
Yeah,
am sorry
so-
for doubting your story.
Sounds like she's sure married, and that dude you talked to was her husband.
Listen, like I'm usually all for that kind of stuff, but I don't.
Austin, don't say that.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Oh, that is crazy.
The thing is, Austin, you think about it, there's videotape of you out there now.
Oh, see, I just don't want to get in trouble with my job. That's the thing. And if my boss found out that I did that again, then he'd be totally upset.
Again, Austin. Yeah, man, I think you maybe have learned your lesson now.
Yeah.
Need LASIK? Trust the experienced team at the LASIK Center at Evergreen Eye Center. No glasses, no contacts, no limits. What will you do? LASIK at evergreen.com.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
This must be the year for dating.
Why do you
Because
say that?
it seems like every single email that we get in for a second date update this past year has said, "This is the best date I've ever been on in my entire life." So everybody's apparently having the best dates of their entire life this year. Why are we getting so many emails for second date updates then? I don't know. But Cassie, who's on the phone right now for a second date update, said that she had the best date of her entire life.
I used to say bold statement, but I don't know that it is anymore. Maybe
I
the
don't
bar
think
is
so.
just low enough, finally.
Yep. So, Cassie, why don't you tell us about your best date of your entire life?
Hello.
All right,
How
Cassie.
are you doing?
You sound like you're still smiling, Cassie, so that's good.
Yeah, I am, and I'm trying to still.
You're obviously not getting a call back, but that's cool.
Yeah, it kind of sucks, but hopefully you guys can help me.
Yeah, we'll see. We do help a lot of people.
No, we don't.
Not really,
No.
but we'll try. So tell us a little bit about the dude you want to call today. Who'd you go on a date with?
His name is Levi, and we did go on a lovely dinner date.
Oh, the best date ever.
It really was, until he just stopped contacting me.
Yeah, that usually makes it a lot worse. So, all right, Cassie, like I said, everybody seems to be saying they've had the best date of their entire life. Why was it so special?
We went to a really nice restaurant.
Okay, heard that before.
Don't be bored with her story. Listen to her.
Go ahead,
Poor
Cassie.
Cassie.
Most guys, I hear most guys say they don't want to invest too much in a first date, so it is a nice thing when it's a nice restaurant that isn't cheap.
Okay.
Good point.
So it was really nice. You know, the dishes were like at least $30-$40 per person. And he did everything that, you know, like a traditional mom would tell you to look for in a guy, like pulling out the chair for you, opening the door for you. He even, like, was so weird. He even, like, stood up when I came back from the bathroom, and I've never experienced that before. I was like, wait, what's going on? Are we leaving?
That's
really funny.
For I am a gentleman. I stand when a woman enters the room. I'm waiting for you to be seated, and then I will take my seat as well.
Oh, my God.
Good thing I didn't say that because I was like, oh, wait, no, he's doing that old school chivalrous thing. I was like, wow, this is really interesting.
So he was, I mean, he was really polite, is what it sounds like, which is lovely and sad that is what makes it the best date ever, or was there something else?
No, there's more. It's like, it's what's so weird about it. So he wasn't only polite, he was engaging and interesting, and he had a sense of humor. He asked me questions about myself. He didn't just go on and on about himself. It was like, really? Like, he had my interest.
Yeah, it sounds refreshing and lovely.
Sounds like you went out with a knight of the round table who has learned to travel to the future.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why he's not calling you back. He had to go back and fight some
dinosaurs?
dragons or
really?
something. Whatever they were fighting, I don't know.
What goes on in your head, dude?
It sounds like a true gentleman, Cassie. So
Anyway, the dinner date was awesome. You know, everything ended well. I mean, you know, big bill, I'm sure, because we ordered everything. And then we were walking out, and he was like, I really don't want this date to end. Do you? And I said, actually, no, I'm having a really good time.
Oh, that's such a nice moment.
But I thought he was like, I was like, okay, is this the point where he's going to ask me to go back to his place? And then that's going to, like, just be, you know, everything downhill from there. And I was, like, waiting for it. But he said, well, let's just get in my car and we'll go find something fun to do. And we ended up at a mall.
What?
Yeah.
I thought you said something fun to do. Why were you at a mall?
Yeah.
Well, it just kind of ended up in our conversation. We were just yapping about something. And I was like, oh, you know what? That actually is not a bad idea. There's something I wouldn't mind, you know, stopping at Sephora, pick up a couple things that I know I need.
Okay, Cassie, now we're running errands on our date, okay?
Doesn't
Like, I
sound
don't
amazing.
know.
Well, it was an excuse to keep the date going. You know, he suggested mall, and I was like, sure, why not? And
So
so,
you took
if you
him
tell
to
me
Sephora.
after you did that, you guys went and picked up some dry cleaning, I'm going to lose it. This sounds like an amazing time.
but yeah, so we went to the mall. I stopped at Sephora. He actually goes with me, which was weird. Usually, like, a guy would just be like, I'll be out here. So I go and get my stuff, and he just, like, butts in front of me and puts his credit card down and buys it for me.
Nice.
Whoa.
Yeah.
$50, you know, of like cream and foundation and stuff. I'm like, wait, what? Why are you doing this? And he's just like, oh, I just want to see you smile.
You're like, okay, sir, come with me to the next store then. I
Okay,
will
yeah,
smile
that
even
does-
bigger.
It does sound like the best date of your entire life. I wish somebody would take me out and just buy me things.
Yeah, actually, it did continue. I went into another store, and I was like, surely he's not going to keep doing this. I just saw something in the window. I was like, oh, that looks cool. And what do you know? He buys that for me, too.
Baller.
And I kept trying to say, stop. You don't have to do this. This is like, you know, and he's like, no, please let me. I enjoy giving and, you know, I'm enjoying my time with you.
Wow. Okay. So other than credit card debt, how did the date end?
Very nice. He just took me back to my house and dropped me off, and it definitely ended with a nice kiss.
Aww.
And that's when I told him, you know, I was like, this is probably the best date I've ever been on. And, you know, I was like, thank you very much. And he said, don't say that yet because we have another date coming up very soon together.
Oh, cute. Way to
Okay.
take control, sir. Obviously, he
So-
was lying, though, because you haven't gone out
Yeah.
again.
How long ago was it that he said that?
That was like a couple weeks ago. And, yeah, that was the last time we spoke about it. I mean, he hasn't, you know, we haven't spoken on the phone. We've just kind of texted a little bit, but not made any concrete plans. So he hasn't really followed up with what he said.
Yeah. A few weeks I would not consider very soon.
No.
Yeah. And it's frustrating because we've kind of talked about the dates, but nothing's really happening. And I do want to see him again.
Okay, well, we'll play a song, come back, and then call him and get your second date update, all right?
Thank you.
Okay, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just joining us for today's second date update, Cassie is on the phone, and she said she had the best date of her entire life with a dude named Levi. Yeah. They went out for a very nice dinner, and then at the end of dinner, Levi looked at her and he said, "Congratulations, Cassie. You just won a luxurious shopping spree. You'll be whisked away to the local mall. We'll head on over to Sephora and buy you a bunch of perfume and other facial crap. And then you get a pair of new shoes. Cassie, this is what life is like when you're dating Levi." Is that kind of how it went, Cassie? Pretty much?
Yeah, I guess that was pretty much it, except for non-game show, like no music and announcer.
That's too bad.
Well, then it couldn't have been the best date of your entire life because every really good date involves a game show announcer. Cassie went to the mall with this dude after they had dinner, and he bought her a bunch of stuff. And then they had a kiss. He said he had another huge surprise planned for their second date, but now the conversation has fizzled out.
And what are you feeling with him right now? Are you still liking him a lot? Are you too frustrated?
I still like him. He's slightly frustrated, but I also am thinking there could be another girl involved, so I just want to get an answer.
Oh, like he hasn't had time because he's dating other women.
Possibly, or he has a girlfriend. And he
If he is seeing somebody else, he's spending a lot of cash if that's the way he dates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Cassie, here we go. I'm going to dial this one over right now.
Okay.
Hello.
Hey, can I speak to Levi?
Yeah, this is him.
Hey, what's up, man? How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
From what?
Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
Oh, okay.
Have you listened to the show before?
I have not.
Okay, cool.
Thanks.
Don't blame you,
Yeah.
Levi. I don't even want to listen when I'm here, you know?
No, it's not personal. I'm just not a big radio guy.
Yeah, but for me, it's personal, though. Anyway, let's not talk about that. I want to talk to you because we got an email from one of our listeners about you.
You got an email about me?
Yeah, it's from a girl named Cassie.
Cassie emailed you about me?
Yeah, she did. We do a segment on our show called The Second Date Update. So Cassie says that you had a wonderful date together, but you've kind of been blowing her off recently, and she feels like you don't want to go out again.
Wait. I just want to clarify. Other people have done this, right? I'm not the first guy that you've been contacted about.
Does that make you feel better about the situation if other people have done it before you?
Well, I just want to make sure that, I'm not the first.
No, but you're the best, Levi.
Yeah.
You're not the first. We do a lot of these.
Okay. First of all, I just want to say that my date with Cassie was the best date I've ever been on, and I had a great time, and I really, really, really want to go out with her again. I'm just not ready.
You're not. Why aren't you ready?
Well, to be completely honest, I'm kind of broke. That first date kind of tapped me out, and I'm trying to save up enough money to take her on a second date.
No, dude.
Levi?
I thought you were some baller or something.
Why are you paying for all this expensive stuff if you don't have the funds to do that? Like buying her the makeup and the shoes.
Oh, she told you about all that stuff, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked to her about your date. She said you guys went to a really nice dinner, and then afterwards you took her to the mall, and you were like, "Throw it in the bag, girl. Buy you whatever you
No,
want."
look, it's not really a big deal, guys. I got a second. I'm driving for Uber now, and so between that and my real job, I really think that it's going to be easy to take her on dates like that. I just wasn't planning ahead because I didn't know I was going to meet her.
Did you say you just got an Uber job?
Levi, you took a second job in order to take Cassie out again?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That is so sweet and so wrong all at the same time.
Yeah.
No, it's not. I mean, look, let's be honest. What's money for if not to spend it on people you like?
Sounds like money for you should be to save it, but...
Yeah. You realize when you go out on a date, you don't have to break the bank, right?
Well, you don't know Cassie, but she's definitely worth breaking the bank. I mean, I'd even rob a bank. Not a big bank, but a small bank.
Not a big bank, but a medium-sized bank.
That's illegal, but sweet.
Yeah.
If you don't have the bank, don't spend it. No?
No, I get that. It's just, I think nowadays, it's just a nice concept to be able to take somebody out. And if I'm the one asking them out, I want to be the one who can, make it a date.
Okay, I agree with you there. I do. I think that if you're the one that's asking, then you should be the one that treat. But she likes you for a lot of reasons, and there's a lot of other less expensive date options than taking them to the mall. Like, you could go, I don't know, to coffee, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. In the dating climate nowadays, I think too many guys are content just being, typical. And I wanted to wow her, and I still want to wow her on our next date. That's the point. And this promotion that Uber's offering right now, if I give 150 rides in a 3-week period, I get a bonus $500. So I was out last night until 4 a.m. giving rides to a lot of drunk people, and it was totally worth it.
Levi, I think that is so kind, but you're missing the point. That's not how you wow a woman. It's not with money. You wowed Cassie because you listened to her, that you engaged her, you pulled the chair out for her, you made her feel respected and important.
Well, regardless, guys, of like what we agree or disagree on, can you do me a favor and just let Cassie know that I am totally on board for another date, and if she can just wait a few more days, I'm going to give her the best next date ever.
Whoa. Okay. Well, I'll let her know, but you kind of already did because she's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
What do you mean?
I mean, we have multiple phone lines, and she's been on one of them listening to you talk.
Oh.
Hello. How you doing?
Oh, look, and there she is.
Yeah.
Modern technology. Isn't it awesome, Levi?
Hi.
Hi, Levi.
Have you been listening long?
Yes, I listened to everything.
There was no time where you stepped away from the phone?
No, I heard it all. It's okay. I'm really glad to, just hear something because, I was really starting to wonder and just think that, okay, maybe there's another girl or you lost interest or I did something.
No other girls. You are the only girl I want to hang out with. I just really wanted to show you a great date.
And I get that. I think that that's amazing. I really, really, after hearing your story now, I'm so amazed that you would go to that extent. But you really, you don't have to go that crazy. I mean, especially we're just getting to know each other. We should focus on getting to know each other, not just about the money. I mean, you're really awesome. I want to spend time with you.
Well, let's say on our next date, I got you 2 pairs of shoes instead of 1. I mean, you're not going to turn that down, right?
Okay, that is not necessary. I eventually I'm going to run out of places to put things if we keep it up like that.
Well, we could get slippers. They're more space efficient.
Yeah. Or you could take a third job and build you a new closet.
Levi, it's almost like insulting to her. She's more than just wanting shoes, man. She wants you. She wants your personality. She wants how you make her feel.
Not only do I want to listen to Cassie and hear and respond with her, but I also want to be able to buy her things because that's the total package, and that's what women dig, and that's awesome.
No,
you got me excited about it. I can't wait to meet a dude like that.
Well, Cassie, but Levi, you're enough. That's what I'm saying. You're enough. You don't need the other stuff. You are the total package without the shoes.
Yes, exactly. You don't. I mean, it's going to be detrimental. Like if we were in a relationship and you were just busy working all the time to make the money and then just giving me gifts, if I don't have a connection with you because you're gone, then that's not the total package. That's like a lopsided package.
All right. When we were at the door, after we kissed, you told me that was the best date you'd ever been on, right?
Yes.
And that was because I got you the stuff at Sephora and I got you the shoes.
You are listening.
No, it's not because of that. That was just like an extra icing on the cake, totally unexpected, but I was already interested in you from our conversation at dinner and how polite you were. I mean, if you were rude and awful and then you said you want to take me shopping, it would have been weird. I probably would have said, no, I'm good. I don't want to spend any more time with you.
Oh.
So it wasn't the money.
Okay, I hear you. It wasn't the money. But just so you know, I've been saving up a lot for our next date.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. And he's been driving until 4 a.m, carting around drunk people, just trying to make some cash so he can take you out again, Cassie.
Totally not necessary. How about we just go to dinner somewhere that's inexpensive and we just take a walk somewhere where there's no money involved, no shopping, like something simple on a beach or whatever.
oh, I could rent a parasail and we could fly around on that.
No.
Don't spend
Levi.
any money. Hey,
I mean,
all right.
literally, the only red flag with you right now at this point is your money management skills. Like, you need to stop, man.
How about this? Would you go out on a second date with Cassie? We will pay for it, and you can't spend any money on it though.
I gotta respectfully decline, guys, because I'm gonna pay for it, and you guys can't pay for anything. This is my date.
Oh my gosh.
It's just the principle of the matter.
You're arguing whether or not we pay for your date that you can't afford?
I'm gonna be paying for stuff, and that's how it is.
Okay, it's fine. You can pay for stuff, but let's not be spending the whole time paying for stuff. Like, just pay for a dinner and then a little dessert, and then that's fine. That's it. No shopping. How about that?
So that's probably a good idea, because I should be driving Uber by 10:30. That's when you get the biggest bonus.
Okay, cool. So we're in agreement then. You guys are going to go out one more time.
Yes.
Cassie, I'm really excited for our next date. I don't want to give away too much, but it does involve a limousine and endangered animals.
Oh my God.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't care. I want to go on this date.
Yeah,
It sounds really interesting.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.